So
if
the
anything,
insinuation, and again, I want you to look at it from my perspective, right?
Yeah.
The insinuation that I'm groping people is not okay. It's just not. It's so destructive. It is so mean-spirited. It is, so, and by the way, it's completely without basis.
if anything, if I can add, you bring up again here that I dress childlike. Where do I dress childlike?
Me, Ela, are 2-year age difference,
again,
by the way.
Again, I did say I don't think I should have added that.
Well, you know what you're not too employed for? Cruel World Happy Mind made a video on Ethan Klein. We covered it well, we didn't even cover the actual video, which is insane. 4 fucking segments on this so far. We haven't even watched the video in full. We took a look at some choice clips. We saw her follow-up video, which looked like an ISIS beheading interrogation video for Bad Empanada, which has since been edited to remove the Bad Empanada title, which is funny. I think that's pretty fucking funny. I don't know about you. And then obviously we watched her hour-plus live stream where she essentially took zero accountability for all of the wrong information, and for some reason, by an act of God, decided that she will call into the H3 podcast and, I guess, debate her talking points or have a conversation about what she believes. Now, some of these things that she had believed previously were harsh insinuations that either Ethan, Gila, or both of them were potentially pedophiles.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
That's kind of the problem here, I guess, because pedophile is when adult women wear clouds, I guess. That's like, or space blankets or something. Yeah, that was like a thing that happened. that was a thing. How many drugs were involved? I don't know, dude. Listen, I think that ego is the drug of choice. That's what I'll say. So she obviously calls into the podcast today, and apparently they talk forever, allegedly. So we're gonna take a look at this right now.
Yes or no, Dan? It was a productive conversation, right? So that's my goal here. And
yeah, totally.
My goal is to watch as much blood sports as humanly possible. I want to see people cry. I do kind of want to see people cry.
And
that was only half a joke.
Let's see how that one goes. Yeah, I honestly, we could probably just turn off chat, because
turning off chat is smart. Because I saw people complaining that chat was off, but now you can't complain and say, oh, the chat's harassing, the chat's doing this, the chat's doing that, and you don't want to, as you're hosting this debate, especially with communities that have made these claims towards you, you don't want any bad moderation allegations to pop up, and you also don't want to be looking at it to check and see if the moderation is okay while you're trying to think.
I don't want anyone being rude, or we just turn off chat, Dan.
Okay. Roger.
Yeah, and I really appreciate just having this opportunity to chat.
I have a question for people here. No spoilers. I'd appreciate no spoilers. This is the 40-minute mark of the podcast, which means there is another 3 hours after this. Do you think she still appreciates coming on?
Because I think
she's insane for attempting this.
I don't know. I think a lot of people don't really get the opportunity to have this sort of conversation, or there's just a lot of division.
Thank you.
So, I don't know. I think that being able to sit down and talk like this is good. And I also think that, sorry, also I have a little bit of an echo. I kind of have to figure out how to. Yeah, sorry. It's something that we were really.
Again, keep in mind, she has only done one live stream ever. This is the second time that I believe she has ever been live. That might not be true. She might have called into other shows. She's only ever done one live stream on her own YouTube channel.
Able to figure out while.
I'm sorry. That's going to be annoying.
Yeah. So if I'm a little bit like glitchy or something, but yeah, I think that being able to chat.
No spoilers, but don't get attached to this character.
I think that a lot of content creators get really defensive, and a lot of the reason why I make this content in the first place is just to essentially, I don't know, critique the ways in which content creation can go too far. And
all right, I'm gonna just tell you what I think her video is, just for context, to establish it early, despite what she's claiming right here. I think that she thought Ethan Klein was an easy win. He is a figure that is hated by a very vocal element of the internet right now. It's probably fairly easy to make a video, in theory, that panders to those people specifically. You don't have to get super involved. There's a bunch of public stuff you can talk about. If you just pull all the pieces out of other videos and kind of throw your own twist on there, you can make a pretty solid video that'll make you about...
Read yourself Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Depending on if this thing hits 1 million views, like $5,000 or $10,000. You know, that's probably that's probably the mindset I think this video is operating. Now, do I know her motivations? I do not, but I don't know why anyone else would dive into a conflict like this that kind of has elements of Israel-Palestine and has extremely fucking insane people like Bad Empanada, and kind of shoot from the hip on it. So I assume it was like an unexpected difficulty bump in what appeared to be a very easy subject to farm a paycheck off of. That was my positive view of this, if we're not going to just say it's straight up malicious.
I'm not beyond that criticism as well. You know, I think that it's really fair to critique the ways that I make content and for me to sort of learn and grow from that as well. So,
again, that's the only way I can rationalize it, because her video is so bad. I view it as like an unserious attempt. You know, I don't cover every negative video on Ethan Klein. This one gets a highlight because it is probably the worst. I'm gonna laugh at this all stream long like everybody else, but I guess I need to give her something here. It's like when you say and you're new. And I say all the time. I cut a ton of those out when I'm editing these VODs. This is a person who has live streamed one time. I expect that she's not going to be good live. It's not fun to acknowledge it.
Mr. Oreo.
But I expect her to be just saying shit while she's trying to think. It's her fault for coming. Don't get me wrong. It's her fault for getting on the show. But I can accept some bullshittery, like repeating, because she's not a live streamer. She doesn't do this.
I want to have a conversation and be open to learning as well, being open to listen. And
now I'm gonna make fun of her for the rest of the show, but I needed to lead with that so I look sympathetic when they cover it.
Yeah, vice versa, you know?
I appreciate that. And listen, there's going to be points of contention, right? Obviously. Let's start. There's a few examples before we jump into the I am helping video from your original one that I wanted to ask you about. So
wait, there's a few things from your first video. Okay, so what he's talking about is the live stream. So he's prepared questions for, I imagine, all 3 pieces of media that she has released.
I'll just start by pulling up a couple of choice examples. So I'll show you this clip and then I'll ask you about it. This is a clip of you. Well, I'll play it and then, yeah.
Hila, on the other hand, has made comments deemed...
Oh no, dude, he's starting with this?
Nicholas
How is this conversation 4 hours, bro?
This broad wanted to be a wolf and got sent back to the kitchen.
Oh my god, you're gonna get me in trouble. Wait, he's literally starting with this. We are locked and loaded right at the beginning of the show.
Even more insensitive, like calling toddlers terrorists.
Rudy was saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old.
That's
What's the name of
pretty
the
spicy.
guy?
Thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I'm locking in. I'm locked in, chat.
Yeah.
I just tweeted the stream out. I'm locked in.
Do we have that one?
Man,
Like-
that one?
man.
What do you mean? I mean...
What's
So,
the name of
so
the
you
guy?
said
Jesus
she called
Christ,
Keemstar
guys.
Orbiter. Nick Oreo.
Thank you.
Mr. Oreo.
I have a feeling that the people she hires to edit for her and help her research are Hassan Glazers and or deep in the H3 snark.
Thank you for hitting the goal. You guys have earned another goal. I gotta be honest with you. If I didn't know better, I would think that she hired a writer. Because listen, I understand people who hire script writers, but they all act just like Cruel World Happy Mind. They get pushback on it, and they say, I don't know who
I recommend
Bad
watching
Empanada
Nicholas
even
DeOrio's
is, you know?
latest video.
If I didn't know better, I would
imagine
think
that
she didn't even
did
write
well.
it.
She did a horrendous job at a research project, and the H3 podcast is her sitting down with the professors who are explaining to her how bad she screwed up.
Terrorist. She said called babies terrorists.
Hila
I
Klein
didn't
was
see that.
fucking pissed this stream. Of course she was. They insinuated that Hila's a pedophile. I'd be real fucking mad.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh no. Oh my god. All right, let me just backtrack a little because we got a little cut off there, but that's, dude, a concession in the first 3 seconds is not always a good start.
We have that one.
Man,
Like-
that one.
man.
What do you mean? I mean,
So you said she called terrorist. She said called babies terrorists. I didn't see that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say that's
Is
pretty
Dark
true.
Vibe AU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Dude, I can't. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
So you said she called
What is
terrorist.
Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty King?
Nicholas DeOrio?
Wait, this is gonna hit like a truck. Just hold on, hold on.
She said.
I mean.
So you said she called terrorist. She said called babies terrorists. I didn't see that.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fucking true.
That's literally her fucking response. First question. Yeah, that's pretty true. I'd say that's true. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
true.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I guess I would like to know what the insinuation was. I think that's what a lot of people were wondering by the sort of.
Well, so let's
she likes insinuations, does she?
let's just. There is an explanation, and people in our subreddit and in our community have explained it. There was because it's edited in this really tight way. Like I get the feeling you didn't get that directly from the podcast. You probably got that from a different source. Maybe this.
Yeah, well, you have to get them from the other sources because they're the original clips are deleted. Please do not elaborate and do not check and see if they're still there.
TikTok or a different subreddit. She was responding to somebody else, right? There was a question.
Yeah, every clip is deleted. Do not check this.
Asked that she was considering, but even if that wasn't true, to accuse someone of calling babies terrorists is a extraordinarily mean-spirited. Doesn't even
Nick, all the time that you were spending looking for the train wrecks agreeing clip, you could have spent thinking about the genocide. Fuck off.
It's an extraordinarily loaded thing to say, right? Do you think there's enough evidence to make such a incendiary claim there? Even if she wasn't responding to someone else, let's assume the worst, and she was like considering what Rudy Giuliani said. Do you think, or well, actually, no, she's just doing like this. Do you think that she called babies terrorists?
I mean, I think that if she was agreeing with Rudy Giuliani's statement, then that would be
watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Thank you.
Insinuating that toddlers are terrorists, but I think that if that was not her,
and has made comments deemed even more insensitive, like calling toddlers.
Also, sorry, is it okay if I interject here? When I say deemed, so she's made comments that were deemed. So that's not me saying that she's saying that. It's others have deemed it even more insensitive, like calling toddlers terrorists. So I'm not saying that I myself am saying that she's called toddlers terrorists. I'm saying others have deemed so.
Do you think?
Oh no! Is that gonna be the whole thing? Is it gonna be the whole thing? Like, listen, I'm not saying this. I'm just putting it in my video to thousands of people. What I'm saying is other people are saying it, and I refuse to fact check it. I will not elaborate.
I can't wait for the next episode of Smiling Friends, where Pim and Charlie go to Palestine to help the children of Gaza smile.
Dude, I love
What's
this.
the name
I love
of the
this so
guy
much.
from Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
So, yeah, I just wanted to say that I didn't say that. People on the internet were saying it, and I just said it to my audience of thousands of people uncritically, and I didn't Google the clip or anything, and I just put it there. I don't even know the context of it, but I know people are saying that. Oh, thank you.
That's really a fair way, though, to like to recount stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's clearly that's what you want people to feel from that clip.
I do think, you know, I don't know if it's what I want people to feel or think, but I do think, as I've said,
I don't know if it's what I want. I want people to watch my videos. I want them to feel
our DMs and everything. The way that I usually do content creation is if I'm going into a subject that I'm not very versed on, very familiar with, or I'm covering essentially a content creator the way the internet perceives them. You know, I'm covering kind of.
Dude, the way that This is the way that I do content, all right? When I'm writing a script, I coat my entire body from head to toe in Vaseline, and I just roll around on the floor like a slug, and that gives me my best thinking mood, you know? That's the only way that I can do these takedown videos. There we go. Like, that's how I get in there.
Very versed on, very familiar with, or I'm covering essentially a content creator the way the internet perceives them. You know, I'm covering kind of the online interpretation of this content creator. So
interpretation by who, though?
Thank you for the gifted.
Yeah, exactly. Many different people, you know. But as you can see in the script, you know, I've sourced the H3, you know, your subreddit.
Wait, so she's just regurgitating back the talking points for the stream. It's like, you're saying that I just did snark. I didn't just do snark. I posted all my B-roll footage and I showed some clips of your podcast in the video.
Does
he call her out on the B-roll thing? She's like, this is my source document. It's like all the video that's on the screen.
Definitely concede. I think that
did you ever source our subreddit when? Well, I feel like there was really no attempts. Or very few attempts to represent my response or explanation for things. It really, I felt like, was entirely a one-sided account of things.
Which is funny because the way she apologized, it sounded like she was apologizing for not going hard enough on Ethan in her follow-up video. Now she has to talk to Ethan, who obviously has the exact opposite perspective. So it'll be interesting to see if she apologizes for whatever she says now.
Things. And I mean, you claim that it's unbiased, but I also find that to be...
Listen, you're just one sorry away from unifying all the hate into love, okay? If you just say sorry one more time with the correct order of words, I think both sides of the median here will think that you're awesome.
Like,
I agree with that as well. But
yeah,
really
honest way.
Thank you for the $5.
Oh, she agrees, guys. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, I agree with that one, Ethan. That's a good point. Yeah, Ethan, I agree.
Of framing it.
So as far as going into future content creation, when I come across, so essentially there's a few different things that I'll do. So finding essentially deleted videos or clips online, there's a few different ways you can find clips. You know, if I find a clip and it seems like it's kind of cut oddly, I should look at multiple sources for clips. I 100% agree with that. So it's like, okay, go directly from this.
Yeah, so we got this clip from Ethan Klein slaughters Palestinian children on TikTok. And, you know, I don't know if this angle's really good.
Hello, but I am not sorry.
I'm not really sure if the angle of this clip from Ethan Klein slaughters Palestinian children on TikTok is very good. So let me go to Gila Klein eats babies on TikTok to see if this one's a bit more charitable.
Source, you know, always, I think is, you know, going to be essentially my rule of thumb. You know,
dude, user Pedo Troll raped me in my sleep posted this clip, and I think it actually might be pretty. I think this might be pretty good.
So coming out of this situation, you know, especially even in this, I can relate to feeling at times like.
Thank you.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
What all these YouTubers forget during their drama is they have to do the Konami code during the apology video in order for it to work.
Exactly, yo! Fucking exactly!
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
You joke, but it's not that far.
Oreo.
Yeah, listen, jokes are all in the realm of the living, my friend, okay? The jokes come from somewhere.
You know, even on
Nicholas!
Reddit,
Thank you.
I felt like sometimes the clips from my streams are, you know, have been kind of chopped up, and I think that...
All right, well, I don't know anybody who has clipped her live stream. Has anybody clipped her live stream yet? We just watched it, yo.
That's been a big lesson to me as well, of I can relate to you in that. I can relate to other content creators.
Pop a gut?
And feel like, okay, I need to always look at what I'm viewing and go to the full original source whenever possible, 100% of the time. I entirely...
That's what we did, chat. We just haven't gotten to post it yet because she keeps doing more funny shit.
Agree with that.
Right. And I just think well, what you're saying is like good and mature.
Oh, you're talking about Reddit posts. Yeah, I guess that probably is a humbling situation. Imagine that. All right, you go to make a video on Ethan Klein, you do a stream response, and now you have to deal with Redditors who have clipped you, in your opinion, out of context and are treating you poorly. Isn't that food for thought on that one?
And correct, and I think that's a great way to conduct yourself going forward. I also think that, like...
Get her.
If you're accusing someone of calling babies terrorists...
Dude, I love this. You know, I really love that for you, and I'm rooting for you in the future, but I think that you maybe should kind of be a bit more apologetic now for your outrageous claims towards me and my wife. Is a pretty good angle to go on this, because she's being very nice, and you can't be very aggressive back or you look like an asshole.
I think that, like, if you're accusing someone of calling babies terrorists, that like this work should have already been done. That's like an incredible thing to say about somebody.
Again, I did not accuse someone of calling babies terrorists.
I said that other people are accusing it, and I did absolutely no supplemental research. I just included that in my video to really make you think about it.
Said, you know,
let me watch it again.
And has made comments deemed even more insensitive. Like
again, deemed by others, but like I say, you know, I should go to the source originally, and then, you know, moving forward,
saying that
and then
like you're presenting it. These are comments that have been deemed by others, but then you really provide the clip. Why? You can't like what are you doing here?
You know, show on screen the original post of, you know, this is what people have said.
You know that if you play all these clips and you go, I don't think that's true, they'd get mad at you, right?
You know,
I have the link to the original. Let's just
saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Do we have that one?
Like Kamala,
under the other one.
I could add it.
He says that. Both of his clips are about.
In this rally. Oh, that's epic. So I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we gotta watch the Rudy
I'm
part.
just I really think it's important to people understand. Like, I understand you want to conscientious object, but he is the most pro-Israel president that's ever existed. He literally said about the war. Now, I mean, obviously we disagree with Rudy Giuliani and Trump, and we're opposed to their policies. So, like, to watch this and then, like, even if it's someone else's opinion, like, not everybody's opinion is valid, worth sharing, right? Like,
so wait, is the insinuation that he's like pro Rudy Giuliani?
I might say
I'm not following
that the moon landing is fake, but you're not gonna be like, well, one people say the moon landing is fake, and NASA said the moon landing happened, so I don't know what's the truth. Like not all arguments are you know, like have equal merit.
I mean, I guess like.
Was Andy? This is not the Keno Casino. Andy's not even here.
Would you 100% disavow what Rudy Giuliani said?
Obviously, and I've done that a billion times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, but like, I mean, but you may.
It's funny though, because she's asked, like, she said, like, Ethan didn't even reach out to me after posting a 3-hour video. And I don't think you're required to talk to a YouTuber before you make a video on them, but to then kind of default back to that when you're getting hate online is really funny. Why? If she could have, if that was enough, if Ethan saying no, I disavow Rudy Giuliani is enough to like steer her off, and she's not confident at all in the argument that she presents, I guess why not ask then? If that's enough to like make you change your mind.
I just made a 3-hour video about me, so I just feel like.
But also, if I can.
Hila's here, by the way.
I'm here too.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I mean, watching this back myself, it's clear to me that I'm like processing so many things. And when AB says that, I was kind of shocked too, because I haven't seen the clip, and that's what I say. I'm like, I haven't even seen that. I don't know. And then says something, and it's just.
Wait, how did they get access to this deleted archival clip? I heard that this was like inscribed. Dude, Ethan Klein inscribed these clips on giant pieces of stone and carried them to civilization.
Me processing everything, and plus, I never actually said anything. And so, like, it just seems like the way you present it, you didn't even. Dude,
they found this clip on the tablets from 3,000 years ago.
It is how I interpret your statement. You say, Hila has made comments. You also say it in plural. Like, there's many comments that deemed blah, 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 blah. So,
by the way, the only people making that claim is just snark. Like,
but,
when we.
But what are the comments? I actually didn't say anything. And that is your example that you show. You show me not saying anything.
Now, this is interesting, because if she can get pushed off her argument like this, how confident is she about literally anything else she has said in this video?
But these kind of talking points always come out of snark. Like, we'll end an episode, and then we'll see something like this, and be like, what? Like, that was like wholesale invented, right? And also, just another comment on this one is that AB, I don't know if you know, he's Muslim. And he wouldn't just sit here and like sit passively by if Hila was calling babies terrorists, right? Like, that's also kind of an insult to him.
Yeah, the thing is,
sorry to get. I really apologize. It feels like ganging up.
Totally. I didn't want to chime in because I don't want to seem like we're ganging up. But I will just say on this point that these people who you're sourcing, they don't care about the truth. They're just trying.
I think it's fair to have all these people present if, like, she's talking about the crew, she's talking about, like, his wife, she's talking about, like, Hila, obviously. So I think it is fair if she's okay with it. It probably would be better if it was just a singular person-to-person conversation, but I understand why they're included.
Trying to find any little clip they could misrepresent for their narrative.
I don't think Ethan needs much help here, is what I'm saying.
And again, it is, they don't care that I'm Muslim, I'm Arab, I brought it up. I would not just sit here like an idiot if Hila was like, oh, your people are killing people at 2 years old. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
But again, like, another thing that really fucking sends me through a wall is that she implied that Israeli children are born Zionist. Like, it's like genetically coded into their being. She had to remove a part of her video where she implies this and left in another part that meant kind of essentially the same thing. So I find that very funny with this claim.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to speak on what I have seen online, which again, I experienced this as well, and of not speaking up enough, not,
Yeah, the quote is programmed.
Not saying what's happening is a genocide. And I think that that's essentially a sentiment of you need to speak up more. Sorry, I bumped my mic. And that's what I didn't do, And so
wait, you need to okay, I'm glad she clarified that. Dude, I made this video to say that you need to speak up more, and by doing that I forgot to mention that it was a genocide in my own video. Even though she is conceding that talking point, it is still outrageous to come and try to talk to somebody else about them needing to speak up more when you didn't even use that phrasing in the video you posted.
To kind of like listen to that side of this sort of sentiment. Maybe that's what sort of happened in that situation is they had essentially, especially Hila, unfortunately, again, I'm out of my depth in here. I'm this is sort of an argument that's,
I feel like if you go to a VidCon party, you're probably out of your depth. I feel like if there's a second content creator in the room, you're completely out of your depth.
I'm making for, a situation I don't understand. So excuse my ignorance. I don't know what I'm fully talking about here. But, what I can maybe say to that is...
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter. Nick DeOrio. Mr. Oreo.
Hey, Nick. I can't stay because you're spoiling the future VODs. But where does this one go in the EHD retrospective?
Oh, God. I don't know. This video, unironically... This series might end up becoming one of those 10-hour videos that I post during VidCon next year when I'm on break. I might bring this entire thing back and cut every segment together and post it for that trip. I think that might be interesting.
With your background, I think maybe people are wanting you to sort of disavow those sort of statements more. Maybe that's what happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Guys, listen, I know that you already disavowed this a bunch of times. I'll take your word for it, but they want you to do it more. You have to start every video disavowing the Palestinian genocide. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the H3 podcast. We just want to let you know that killing children is wrong. Yeah. We hate starving children here.
To do more when AB has fundraised 100K for Palestine. Okay, Queen.
Yeah, I just want to hey, everybody, we got a great show for you today, but you remember kids are dying in Palestine.
I really like you.
Why? Isn't that bad, guys? We have to open every single video at that, apparently. That's the required talking points.
Been in that situation, and because you said,
do you know that I haven't?
Nick,
do you know that I haven't disavowed?
On Twitter.
I think that...
She has no idea either. She literally doesn't know. Hila could lie straight to her face. I don't think she'd be able to fact check it. I don't know. What are you doing here? Why are you on the show?
Again, with Rudy's statement, maybe they were just expecting like a...
I really like
Thank you. Why?
Sort of like, that is fucked up. How dare he say that? Like, kind of thing.
Were you watching? Did you watch the whole podcast? Because I don't even know.
I would love to see a clip.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Hey, Nick, have some of my birthday money.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Can we get 5 big booms for this girl's critical thinking skills, honeybee?
5 big booms, Boom, 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 boom. So she couldn't even be asked to watch the fucking segment. That's amazing.
I don't even know.
I would love to see a clip. I would love to see you say that.
I don't remember what happened the rest of the podcast, but I've disavowed what's happening in Gaza many times.
Yes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Hila, you're gonna have to do it more. Yeah, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I know, and I showed those clips in my section.
Oh, so she did.
So what was the problem, I guess, with me? What are the many comments that I've made?
Yeah, so again, I was attempting to say these are people's issues with, your
but you
statements that have been shown online.
you said Hila has made comments.
But wouldn't you want to? I guess if you're a video essayist and you're trying to prove an argument, wouldn't you want to, like, I guess, engage with those arguments? Why is every new commentary video just like exclusively a retrospective? There's no further thought. It's whatever the previous YouTube commentary channel put into their video essay is what's in your video essay. It's just an amalgamation of everything everybody else has already said before you.
In plural, that have deemed, and then you finish the sentence. So what are the comments that I've made?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can go online. I think the main ones that I remember seeing, the main ones that I remember seeing is that and the raid.
That was not a comment.
She didn't say anything to be
Well, what did I say there?
If that's the main one, I mean, that's like a really, like, I don't know if you're understanding the gravity of like how much of a fucked up, excuse my poor language, fucked up thing that is to say about.
Dude, she has no idea. She doesn't know any of these clips. What is she doing here? Did she write this video? Does anybody think she wrote this video? I don't even know how she knew enough to write what she did, even if it's wrong.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
It doesn't make any
Oreo.
sense.
Somebody. You call babies terrorists, right? Like that is an incredibly incendiary thing. That's not something to say about someone who like just did this with their head.
Well, they just did a little bit of terrorism. Let's not go crazy here, Ethan. It's just like a little bit of terrorism.
But also, you started by saying to me right now how much you don't know anything about this. Do you know that I'm Israeli and I grew up there and I have family there?
Oh no, she knew that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Are you assuming that I don't know anything about anything? Because like, it just seems like you're just making assumptions about me.
No, like I'm saying, I think
you're just making the worst assumption about.
I don't think I've ever seen Hila this mad before, and I am fucking for it. This is fun.
Me.
This is a good time.
Without knowing me, without hearing what I've said, you're putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, like it feels good to see someone stupid get talked down to this way.
I didn't say anything.
That is what's happening. There's being words being put in her mouth. I mean, because that like literally. Sorry to cut you off. I really don't want to feel like ganging up. I want to give you all the space. Excuse us for if it gets like emotional and defensive.
Now, in her position, if you're in her position, and
Nick
pray you never be,
insulting me
you need to
Twitter.
butt in and establish talking presence because they are talking like they're not talking over her, but they're kind of talking around her right now. She needs to speak up, but I don't think she knows what to say. So it's kind of a free-for-all at this moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I feel like at times what's essentially happening is I'm being sort of roped in with, this sort of snark drama.
The reason why you're being roped in with snark drama is you're making direct referrals to some of their worst talking points uncritically. I guess that's kind of the issue.
Aren't always my opinions. I think what might have become botched in the coverage is I'm attempting to describe what's happened online or what's transpired online. So I'm not. I can see how with my coverage it looks one-sided. Again, I can see saying
again like you can even do that. Why not like conduct interviews or something? I don't know. There used to be a better age of internet commentary. And maybe I'm a contributing factor as to why it's bad now, but...
Oh, I'm unbiased is not fucking true, And I'm
not talking about interviews with Ethan and Hila. I mean, like, why don't you find a snarker who wants to talk through a voice modulator? That could be interesting. I would actually love to hear that content. Like, why don't you do something original with this information?
Yeah.
As I tried to describe in my live, I try and take a broad view approach. So it's like, okay, let me look at what's transpired over here, what's transpired over here. And I don't think I did that enough in this video at all. I 100% agree with that.
Then why is it still up? If there's so many problems with this video that you're willing to bite the bullet on, why don't you just delete it? I mean, I don't really understand I got to keep this up because it shows how much I've grown. What, misinformation? You're going to take the ads off too? Are you going to retitle it to showcase that there is issues? You're going to added like a pinned comment going over the issues, or are you just moving on and not going to say anything?
Just to cap off this one clip. So just to confirm, she did not say babies are terrorists. Like, do you agree with that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Again, it seems within the context of the clip that she's agreeing with Rudy.
This is like Ethan's version of Noah Samson calling into Vosh and then just disavowing all of the arguments from the Debate Bro video. And if history proves itself to be consistent, she's going to go back on this saying like, oh, I'm never doing debates again. I got pressured into all these positions and stuff. That's tomorrow's content, is when she wakes up and realizes she probably bit the bullet on way too much shit. And then she's going to be like, yeah, fuck these people, never interacting with them again.
Honest statements. I'm very glad that you guys have both said you do not agree with those statements.
Sorry to, if this is a broken record, but again, the words you use in agreement with her is that she said babies are terrorists, not that she's agreeing with what Rudy. No, you said someone else said it. I acknowledge that. And by the way, the source.
Okay, you're saying that somebody else said it, but you're showing a clip where she literally doesn't say it. So then why can't you, I guess, showcase any form of charitability? Did you just not watch the clip? Do you not know what's in the clip? Are you not even interested in finding out? Are you interested in retelling other people's opinions and not actually making a video of your own content? Is this just a Reddit video that's being broadcasted as a commentary video essay?
For that.
The expectation in a 3-hour video is you're probably looking at something in depth, right? We're not expecting surface level Jalen commentary over a 3-hour video essay.
Clip is from H3 Snark. And again, you can source Snark, but I do think it's important to point out that when that is
as I said,
you can source it all you want. When you get in positions like this where you sourced it and you look like a jackass, that kind of makes it look worse, right?
And I do agree with those sentiments of moving forward. I have to find other clip sources and, watch the full thing in context and always be sure I'm doing that. Again, usually when I cover someone, it's like,
I thought she said she was already doing that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, what are their criticisms of them? What are online commentary? What are their support pages? What are things directly from their source?
Dude, and if you're not Ethan Klein, you're not someone with a huge audience, not somebody who has a bunch of people who are like willing to call this out. If you're like, unfortunately, a smaller creator who's getting shit on and a YouTuber like this comes after you, you have no recourse, right? If a video, like a 3-hour video on you gets made full of lies and bullshit, and if you're not like an Ethan Klein sized creator, it might actually damage you.
I try and look at, again, all these different sort of, threads and then pull them together in a video. I think, again, after this experience, I 100% agree that if I'm finding a source and it's a clip from one thing, I need to find the full source. I need to verify.
Why did you need that lesson to be learned? There are times when that's not possible. Streaming clips are like, commonly lost. Like Hassan clips are commonly lost.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
But we've had to do this tons of times for Hassan, where like a clip gets posted by Yeet and you watch 20 seconds longer, and it's not what Hassan fucking said. And we do that live on the show. I mean, the expectation is that your 3-hour video is going to be more research than like the average Nick DeOrio live stream.
I think that's a responsible, creator ethics thing to do. So I agree with that.
So again, sorry to labor a point I've already been over, but just again, Hila did not say that babies are terrorists. Despite what other people said online on Snark,
I would love for her to say, after all the concessions that she's made, definitely not in that clip, but I'd have to look and see.
TikTok or whatever, like, that's just a fact. She did not say that, right? She did not say babies are terrorists.
Yeah, I think it was an online worry of many people.
Oh, okay. So, nah, she didn't do it. I really thought she was going to be like, yeah, no, not in that clip, but there might be other clips. I'll let you know if I find one or something like that. like a subtle, I don't believe you. Oh, fuck, I'm so screwed. I am so screwed. I am so screwed. Holy shit.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Fuck, dude! Oh, Marge!
From what I've read, and so
yeah, but she didn't say that, right? Just to be clear.
No, she said I mean and nodded her head. And again, I guess moving forward, again, it's you know, I'll have to, you know, practice discernment with.
If you're doing a fucking drinking game on the you-knows, I have to advise you not to do that. You're probably under the table, and we're not very far into this. Do not do a drinking game when she says you know.
Situation, but especially with a very sensitive situation like this.
Also, if you're new here and you just got a membership gifted to you, we now have the Ms. Kiff emote. Thank you to Matt Blana, by the way.
You know, maybe just saying exactly what was said in the video before showing the clip, and you know.
You know, the whole context of that conversation was we were talking about how Trump was horrible for Palestine and he was worse for Palestine than Kamala would have been. So like even the whole context of the conversation, if you go back and look at it, is being critical of Trump and Giuliani and all of those people for being, you know, demons when it comes to advocating for Palestinians, or they're doing the opposite, right? They're advocating against Palestinians.
I mean, I don't doubt that.
Here's the beginning of the.
I don't doubt that. She doesn't know anything. She knows nothing.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
Wouldn't you be
Mr.
mortified
Oreo.
to call into a live stream and not knowing anything about what you're talking about?
Conversation just to give a Palestine.
The movement of not voting is so funny to me.
If you did a drinking game for every time she seems knowledgeable on something she's talking about, you'd go completely sober throughout this entire convo, probably.
Especially by people pro-Palestine, because if Trump gets elected,
he's the most pro-Israel president of all
it's
time.
not good for the movement.
Like, he is fucking insane. Like,
Dude, at his rally, Rudy was saying that Palestine.
I guess it's just a little bit before that, but we can move on to a different one. This clip, I guess I just want to get your thoughts on why you included. I just want to get your thoughts on why you included this here. So I'll play this.
All
for
right,
you
new
and then
clip
you can
just
explain.
dropped. Let's see it.
Here it is.
This is actually more entertaining because I didn't watch the original, like the full video on stream. So some of this stuff you guys haven't seen yet.
More erratic. His statements harsher, bizarre, and more extreme.
Hassan Piker has lost all of his marbles. The mullet rolls are gone, people. Hard hitting.
Dude.
Man.
Sorry.
What is happening to his leg?
Was that covered?
Yeah.
My bad. Let me go back. I'm
Here.
Oh my God, I did it again.
The mullet rolls are gone, people. Hard hitting, man.
So what are you trying to show there?
Dude, he was slashing the fuck out of his leg, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're.
He just ran through a thorn bush, dude, foot first.
Talking about one creator, you know, losing their marbles, and I think at the same time, there's been same clips sort of spread of people making the same insinuations about you. You know.
What? No, you posted that clip because he's saying Hassan lost his marbles, and you had like he had visible cuts on his legs. That's why you put it there. Why? Wait, what? What? Did she know what clip he just played?
Same clips sort of spread of people making the same insinuations.
Oh, it's a tattoo? Is that what it is? It looks like it was cut.
About you, you know.
What do you?
Then never mind. I'm totally brain dead.
What is it you're showing though? You're zooming in on something.
What is Bunty King to you? A person?
I actually don't know what it is. It looks like a tattoo. I think I've seen.
People.
So why did you zoom in on that?
Wait.
You know, I'm not gonna. I work with a team of people, but I'm not going to. You know.
Oh no!
Talk about their choices and. You know what?
Wait, so what's the tattoo? I wouldn't have caught this either.
I mean, I'm not gonna like.
Well, I mean, not really, because I mean, it is your project. Ultimately, if it's representing you, I would I would certainly not want my other collaborators having hidden opinions in there that I didn't approve.
Wait, I'm totally lost. What is he, dude? What did she just fucking walk into?
Right, like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean. I'm trying to think of the best way to navigate that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I work with researchers, I work with editors, and I really
So you included
do
this clip. You don't know what it means.
Nick, I don't know what it means, bro.
So there's certain, okay, sorry, I'm trying to think, again, I'm trying to think of the best way to navigate this.
Just say no. I'm not even faulting you. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to give you too much shit for it. Just say no.
Sure.
Supporting, you know,
yeah, and take your time. I don't want you.
Oh, please take your time. Look stupider, please. Did she not realize there's like a punchline? I mean, I can feel the punchline coming from a mile away. I don't even know what it is.
You feel pressured. Take whatever time you need to consider it.
Yeah,
if I'm talking
sorry.
over you too much or being too pushy, just tell me to, and I'll back off. Like that really, I'm sorry. I'm getting,
it's
like,
okay.
That's just kind of how I talk, and sometimes it's not great.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so I think that at the end of the day, to be just as respectful as possible, I don't want to discuss decisions that my team members made, because that's really not, sorry, also my team member is calling me right now.
Oh no! Dude. Dude, the editor is like, get off the stream! Shut it down! Get off the show!
I work with a team member who I work with a few different team members that I've worked with for literally since I was 2 months postpartum and losing my mind a little bit. You know, with a baby. You know, my husband has been out of the Army for a few years now, but he was in the field for a month when I was about 2 months postpartum, and that was usually the point when I was like, okay, I don't know if I can really be a military wife.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was actually the time when 2 of my team members found me, and
wait, I need to pause here. I don't think it's good to, so she was implying she didn't want to like throw team members under the bus or talk about why they did certain things. And then in the middle of this, when she's clearly in a bad position, she just starts venting about how scary it is to have a husband that's seeing combat.
Nicholas the goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
So she doesn't know the nature of the clips in this video because she was pregnant and then her husband was in the war, and who fucking gives a shit? Who actually fucking cares? Answer the question. What's the tattoo? Why is it there? Can you give like any context at all whatsoever? I don't care how many. I don't care if your fucking husband was in Vietnam. Shocker.
Editor and a researcher, and
2 whole weeks in Vietnam. Oh, that's fantastic. So what was the
Twitter.
context of the clip, ma'am?
So, let me get this straight. CWHM is trying to defend a clip that an editor placed that has some sort of secret meaning, while also not trying to throw said editor under the bus?
No, she's actually talking about her iconic husband's intense military training or something. I don't.
You know, we've been working.
Apparently, he was in the Spartan 2 program or something. I don't know.
For a long time, and I think that ultimately, as a content creator,
thank you. Oh wait, we're cutting it off.
You know, all of that falls on me. You know, all of the decision-making process, all of the researching process. So yeah, there's some things in there that are mistakes that I did.
Wait, why is it a mistake? Do you know what it is? I want to know what it is. Please just fucking walk into the rake now.
You know, like there's some things in there that were research links and things that I didn't provide, but at the same time, I verified all of it. I'm the one that posted it, so it all falls on me, if that makes sense. And also, as part of the growing process, it's my job to sort of be like, okay, how can we grow from this? How can I expand the sort of,
what is this, a company?
Kind of some.
Apparently she's running a company over here. What does the tattoo mean, lady? Please, just tell us what the tattoo is.
Similar as you've done over the years, you know, with your team.
Sure, yeah, you want to build teams, and obviously, you can't get stuck doing everything yourself, otherwise you can't grow. But just
I do think that this has been a really, sorry, also I interrupted you.
That's okay,
but
go ahead.
I do think that this has been a good lesson for me to kind of scale back a little bit.
What is the tattoo?
And, you know, really focus.
Tell us what the tattoo is.
Focus on, because I think that, you know, really focus on the research coming from me for a little bit, just a few projects at least, to really be like, okay, you know, with all these lessons in mind, how do I, you know, move forward and kind of do those things and get used to that.
And listen, we all learn. We all have learning experiences. I just wish it wasn't at the cost of my.
Can you learn what the tattoo was, please? And also, Ethan, Chad move. Yeah, you know, it's cool that you're learning and stuff. I wish it wasn't at the expense of my image and And me and my wife's name getting torn through the mud. Yeah, it's probably a pretty good rebuttal to that.
Life.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad you're having a teachable moment. I'm happy you're learning.
I mean, again, as I've communicated to you, you know, a lot of those, I mean...
But if you had a learning moment with Hitler, I don't think people would be very happy about it.
Again, that statement that we just went over...
Imagine she said this, like, yeah, so how come you defended Hitler? Well, me and my husband was on basic training. My editor had some choice clips, and look, I was really stressed out. He didn't buy me a push present. The
Rudy Giuliani statement, I can go back and edit out, and any other ones that we come across here.
Oh, now we can edit it out. It took a conversation in person for this.
If you show me the full context and I think it doesn't fully apply, or I talk to you and you know, disavow.
I'll leave the edit. I'll leave the editing choices up to you. My point is not to.
This is pretty much URR. Can you play the theme?
Yeah, dude. I don't think I should do that because it's gonna. I know what people are gonna say if I do, so we're probably not gonna click the button. But I agree with you. This is a brutal debate.
Remove
but I also
or to
you know,
silence
have a positive
criticism.
Conversation.
I just to kind of exactly. But just kind of because I'm not sure if you answered. So what? So do you have an opinion about why there's
harsher, bizarre?
Why you're zooming in on my leg here? I'll just play. It's really short.
Yeah, has your editor wrote why in your DMs yet, so you can regurgitate that back?
Has lost all of his marbles. The mullet rolls are gone, people. Hard hitting, man.
So there's a very deliberate.
Thank you.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Spoiler. CWHM was implying that Ethan was crazy or under the influence.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's struggling.
Great effort to zoom in there, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess my main question is why was your leg up when you were
That happens all the time.
chatting?
I mean, I do that literally every episode.
Okay.
So my leg being up is implying something?
So it's the leg being up.
I mean, is it the most professional?
Wait, dude, your unprofessional leg movement is why I've included this.
Is that why?
She has no fucking idea why this clip was picked.
You included it when you're talking about.
Have
I claimed to be the most professional?
Is that a tattoo?
It is a tattoo, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But it seems if I can make an assumption, the insinuation here clearly seems to be that I'm on drugs of some kind. I think they're trying to imply that I'm on meth or something like that.
Wait, what?
And the edit.
I don't know if that would be the proper insinuation, because to be honest, my team members.
What do you mean the proper insinuation? How the fuck would you know? You guys are just ripping a clip and putting it in the video. How do you know the... Wait, you're telling me right now you did more research into the thought process of the guy who edited this and posted it on Reddit or TikTok? How the fuck would you know?
Know that I have a family member who's a meth addict, who's very close to me, so...
Who cares?
Right. Yeah,
Nick
but
just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
I would never joke about drugs. There are drugs in my family.
Well, then what is it? I just genuinely don't know what it means.
Thank you guys for hitting the goal, by the way. You know the deal.
So, I'm getting more and more erratic. People in Snark and in that world calling me, saying that I'm on drugs, which is, again, a really fucked up thing, and excuse my language, to say about a dad of 3. Someone who has Tourette's, someone who has anxiety disorders, someone who deals with all this stuff in the public eye, to insinuate that I'm ever on drugs or that I'm somehow acting.
Hassan
Don't you think that
you say I'm acting more.
Don't you think that if he was on drugs or like specifically like meth and shit, do you think that he'd be missing shows? Right? Like wouldn't that be? I don't know. I'm not like a big meth knower, right? I don't know all the iconic meth lore. But if he was actually a strung out junkie, how the fuck is he able to run this show? How is he even showing up every episode? Now, again, like, one of the things that I remember was that everyone was scared. No offense, obviously. I don't want to bring this up now because I know Andy's in a completely different place. But Andy used to have a show called The Warpath, right? And he did a Warpath... And I'm talking Andy from the Kino Casino, right? He's come a long way since this. But I think what happened was one day he was going to go live with Ralph for their Killstream Warpath crossover. And Andy just didn't show up, and Ralph did like a 4-hour show, and people were genuinely concerned that Andy died. Like, I remember this vividly. I forgot what platform it was on. This might be so old it was on stream.me. But people were thinking that Andy, like, overdosed and died because nobody could get into contact with him. And he woke up, like, 4 to 6 hours later calling in to let everybody know that he was okay. That's my assumption. With streaming drug addicts and stuff like that, I think of people like Nick Rekieta. I think of situations like the one I just explained to you. I don't think of, like, guy who has set time shows that he shows up to multiple times per week with his fucking family in some cases.
Extreme, and then you show a close up
marbles.
of me
gone, people.
And it almost looks like you're someone.
Good thing Andy's better. Yeah, dude, Andy got fucking good. He was boxing.
was trying to say that it's like a scar, like a scratch wound, and I'm just manically
functional addiction is a thing. Yeah, okay. And again, Ethan Ralph functioned for a whole lot of streams, but there'd be signs, you know. Yeah, functioning, but for how long? A functioning fucking addict would a fucking clean reputation or whatever, who doesn't have any crazy noticeable crash outs that could be pointed at. I know they're trying to insinuate that he has these things, but like, also, there obviously has to be a time when they think that he wasn't on drugs that they can compare it to, right? Unless they think that he's always been on drugs. Like, when did he have time to learn the skills that would be required to be like a functioning addict?
He kind of grabbing my leg like I'm on some kind of drug. Like, that seems to be the obvious insinuation to me.
I mean, that can certainly be your opinion on that.
Well, what is it? I mean, if you don't know, then who does?
I mean, the reason why I clip that is, you know, to be also, again, I do think, and I'm certainly not devoid of hypocrisy. I think that there's a certain, you know, which we'll probably get into. I think that I can certainly, you know, deploy hypocrisy, and that's happened a few times. And I think that anytime that
the hypocrisy of lifting your leg, what do you think he's doing? Peeing on his desk? What are you talking about?
It's you know, within anyone's right to check me on that for me to reevaluate. And
dude, she just went, you know, hypocrisy. What are you talking about?
I was a functioning addict for a long time until I wasn't, and the until I wasn't always comes.
You know, learn from that.
Dude, she just said her iconic catchphrase. Did you see it?
Right to check me on that for me to reevaluate and, you know, learn from that.
It's her iconic catchphrase.
But I think that it was
hypocritical. It'd just be wrong and kind of mean-spirited.
Well, no, I was kind of saying, as far as, you know, you're sort of saying like, oh, someone's lost all of, you know, Hassan's lost all of his marbles, you know, kind of.
Dude, Hassan's crazy. Look at his leg, bro. His leg is on the table. That's unhinged. Yeah, Hassan is saying that, like, Hassan is going out of his way to like praise terrorists and say that they're musical people. And look, Ethan Klein's leg is on the table. Oh my God. People eat on that.
Casually saying that, but you're very hurt when other people say the same thing.
So this is showing me losing my marbles?
That's showing that you're saying
dude, Ethan's legs on the table. I'm fucking crazy right now. I'm insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
People are losing
while
their marbles.
Zooming in on my leg.
Also, again, that wasn't my particular editing choice, but I'm just
enough.
trying to say, you know,
I just find it interesting that there's like edits in here that you don't somehow even know why they're there or what they mean. I do find that, and again, this is like, I feel like you're not.
I understand that she's saying that Ethan is a hypocrite, but it's very funny because hypocrite is when leg on the table is a new bar. All right, I haven't seen this one before.
You don't treat these videos with the gravity they deserve. Like, once again, you're talking about my life.
I agree.
And you are making extraordinary
gravity. You're the one who's removing his leg from the floor, okay, and going against gravity by placing it on top of an object that is not meant for feet consumption.
Claims about me and my family, right? Like damaging, hurtful, like career, reputational, and just personally, like very hurtful and horrible things that should never be said without an extraordinarily serious. You know, I am a person, right? Like at the end of the day, I'm not just like some fucking drug addict with his foot up on the desk that you can just say anything you want about. Like, you know, it's just not. It's just I am a person here, right? Like, and all these people that you sourced, all these snarkers and stuff. I mean, Like, I don't think even you can tell me with a straight face that these people are not obsessed and attempting to destroy my life and everyone's around me life with whatever means they have. And it even means lying outright.
I mean, I don't.
What did she come here to do? She's just not even trying.
Deny that there aren't people that do that on the internet. I've had people go into my aunt's page, which I'm upset at my aunt right now because I have a policy of not posting my child online, and I have had family members who just ignore that. You know, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, where you're not even in the room and someone's, babysitting your child, and then they.
Yeah, you're not really, dude, you can't control it what everybody else does, and it sucks, because there are people who aren't online conscious that'll fucking post every nook and cranny of your life on social media without asking you, because that's just kind of what they do.
They take a photo, and that
I totally vibe on this.
ends up on like their Facebook page or something, and people currently are posting that.
Yeah,
photo
that's horrible.
around.
I would hate for that.
And so, I completely agree. Some of that, I think, it's my opinion. I think that unfortunately comes with our job, and I think that's why a lot of times being a content creator is not mentally healthy. It's not the best, that is just genuinely my opinion. Like, being a content creator is not a good career for your mental health. If you want like the best mental health, maybe don't become a content creator.
Right, especially one that may.
I was talking about this with somebody today, and I was going through this. I go like, content creation is probably awesome for your mental health. You know what's not good for your mental health? Having a Discord server, having an active Twitter timeline, constantly engaging and collaborating with like-minded streamers that eventually will disappoint you, that you have to disavow because of consistency-related problems.
Sitting in this interview, Tom, I know I paid a kid to put something funny at your expense in it, and it was funny. Get owned, nerd.
Recently,
God, she's not owning it. Hila, go in. Yell.
Recently, my policy has been like every other day I stream, and the other day I try to do as little YouTube as possible unless I have to edit something. And it has like drastically increased my enjoyment of social media, right? Because at this point, guys, like I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but I needed to use Twitter a lot more when I wasn't posting YouTube videos. Now I post like 10 shitty fucking. I think they're good, but they're obviously like slop cut up clips, right? Like, my streams are the content. People say like, oh, you post shitty fucking slop. It's like, well, yeah, it's a highlight. My stream is the content, right? But I post 10 fucking segments every single week now. I don't really need Twitter to get my fucking opinions out there. The people who want to hear what I have to say, just like tune in every single week anyway. So I don't have to subject myself to fighting with morons on Twitter to keep myself socially relevant anymore. I'm just kind of doing that by producing content. And it just makes things a whole lot easier. I don't think that social media is inherently harmful.
Nick just started insulting me.
Even as like
Twitter.
A profession, if you like actually just focus on your channel and growth and enjoyment over, I guess, like all the pitfalls that other people suffer from constantly.
People make careers lying about.
But yeah, I mean, but at the same time, when it comes to, speculation, I think, again, I have a family member who's really close to me, who's a meth addict. And also, I think in general, that addiction is very misunderstood.
I'm not addicted to drugs, by the way. I don't take drugs.
Yeah, no.
Just for the record, because and I empathize with you, right? I mean, addiction is horrible and damaging, but I do not. I'm not on drugs.
Yeah,
he doesn't know anyone who's on drugs, but he does know Trisha Paytas, and she's not on drugs. But I mean, you'd make assumption. Okay, I'm being mean.
I was gonna say is that he's literally the most functional person in the world. I mean, you wouldn't. Most people,
right? But I don't take drugs.
That was mean. That was not a good joke.
Just for the record.
Yes, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, I think it's again something that I've talked about a lot in therapy because.
Does she think that he's on drugs?
I did smoke crack one time. I did. I don't know if you knew that in your research. That is true.
I do now. Yeah, because
I get quick to be corrected on that one. I did smoke crack once.
Wait, what? Wait, why did he smoke crack? I literally wait. Is that a joke?
Okay, but yeah, no, I think like you know, a lot of addiction people have trouble empathizing with it because they see, you know, essentially.
No, wait. When did he smoke crack?
Essentially,
there has to be a story associated. Was this for a fucking? I don't think it could be for a video, right?
People.
It's a running gag. That's not a joke. Okay.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Just once because it's tasty. I mean, I disavow the taste for any YouTube moderators who are hearing me say those words out loud, or any snarkers that are reporting it.
At their worst states, or these.
Oh, in college.
You know, very exaggerated things online, and they think that that's.
Listen, all right. I didn't smoke crack in college. I just got a tattoo of a letter E on my foot. And shotgun to Four Loko.
What's the name of the guy?
Right,
Keemstar Orbiter.
That was about as good as it got. All right,
Mr. Oreo.
Dude, you never shotgun a Four Loko. It doesn't end. It just keeps going. Like you're like, oh, this is probably enough, and it just keeps coming out of the can.
I really like you.
You know, is across the board all addiction, and I think that's why a lot of addicts, again. Not Ethan Klein, who's not an addict, but addicts. And
the snarkers are going to eat that up. Dude, I literally went, after I got that tattoo, I went on to make like a 1 million view video on Turkey Tom's channel with him on Ethan Klein, and then my own follow-up videos.
You know, because, you know, you don't.
I guess I don't understand the point of the conversation if I don't.
How many subs do I have to reach to add H and D to it? Oh, no, dude. There's simply no way.
Don't do drugs, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of saying, so what I'm trying to say is that, you know, most addicts literally do not look like.
I miss the days that we thought Bo Blacks was a drug addict. Because, you know, most people would say, oh, you don't want him to be a drug addict. Why would you want that on somebody? But at least if it was drugs, we could, like, figure out what happened, right? Bo Blacks was just like, I might be manic. And there's nothing I can do for that, right? I might be manic. I think I have a disorder. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to the doctor. I promise. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not really. If it was like he was on crack, we could try to help him in some capacity for drug usage. We can't help somebody who's just fucking crazy, who has no idea what the fuck is wrong with them.
Like addicts. They and that is also why they struggle to get help.
Well, that's interesting because
I'm talking about how he was like lying about getting help earlier on.
You're saying I look like an addict in that clip, but I'm not.
Exactly. So that's why, you know.
The weed, nah, dude, it was much more than weed. You got to go back and watch some of the original videos in that saga. It was fucking insane.
I think that, again, what I'm trying to show when I do a lot of this content is the online concern, and I should try to essentially very heavily disassociate that from.
What do you mean by online concern? Hey, a bunch of fucking morons who have spent way too much time online, who have like jerked themselves off into thinking that everything they say is true, and literally entirely spend all of their waking moments inside insulated chambers of other psychopathic people. Yeah, those people have been saying a lot of stuff. I think we should give them a platform.
My own opinion, or figure out how to, you know, because essentially I'm trying to show like this is what's being posted online about a person. And this is the escalating concern, or this is the escalating, you know, post about someone, you know, essentially.
Then why don't you go and find out what, like, if it's true or not? I don't know, Mrs. I have 3 hours to talk about this. Maybe it would be like a cool little entry point into like an active discussion, I guess. Hey, people are saying this. Well, why are they saying that? I don't know. Let the other video essays figure it out.
I feel like based on the story you're sharing with me, that if anything, you would want to distance yourself from flippant accusations of drug abuse, right? And by the way, Anissa, who you said never provokes me, I mean, she was, during my debate with Hassan, tweeting that I'm on drugs. And she knows me in real life. So, I mean, that's pretty insidious. But it just seems to me that you would want to separate yourself from these flippant, kind of thoughtless, irresponsible.
Well, no, that's not exactly it, Ethan. She said that one of her friends does meth. She didn't say that we should never bully that person ever and lie about them. That's not exactly what came out of her
accusations of being on drugs. When you know, especially when you're talking about someone with like a...
maybe your position is that it's fun to speculate on her friend's meth abuse.
Tourette's syndrome and other neurological stuff going on, right, that would cause me to be antsy and stuff like that. It just feels, again, kind of...
Somebody's cousin's sister twice removed said it, so I have to put it in my 3-hour video essay for posterity.
Really,
Yeah, I
really
mean,
messed
I
up thing
think
to say.
I
And as a
think,
parent of 3 too. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
As a parent of 3 who's had
All right, Ethan, you gotta let her respond. She's not doing a good job, but I get it.
PS visit my house, by the way. Putting out there that I'm on meth or doing drugs is an extraordinarily cruel thing to accuse a parent of in that situation.
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that
Normally I would say, right, acknowledging things that are making you quote unquote insecure or things that you don't want people repeating is an inherent loss. But she is losing this conversation so hard, so quickly. It kind of adds as like a insult enhancer, right? Like she is just saying the stupidest shit possible and he's just caking it on. Here's why your clip is bad. Here's why it's worse. Here's why it's even worse than that.
Again, as far as, and I think that this is referencing the big post of concerns for Ethan's mental health on the Snark page, if that's what you're referencing, where it kind of discusses that. I think what I was trying to say with that is that essentially it did seem to me, as someone who is, reading through a lot of this, that there were people that were genuinely concerned for you. Because sometimes, when I'm going...
Yeah, and there's also a bunch of people who are just lying to fucking slander the shit out of him.
Through these...
What does it matter? Yeah, a bunch of stupid people got convinced by a bunch of malicious people. Better put it in my 3-hour video.
Online. For example, bringing up one, person that I did research on is Brittany Dawn, who I did a video on. And when I would find different, posts about her, like online opinion pieces, a lot of them were just all hate, really, really intense. And I'm not saying that, you haven't had a lot of those posts.
When you found people expressing concern for me, were they in my community?
No, like I said, it was this.
Oh, so it's concern trolling then.
Master post that
it was in a community dedicated to snarking on me. They were the ones expressing concern.
Yeah, let me guess. It's like one of those posts where it's like, oh God, I feel bad for his fucking children that he never fucking supports and who are constantly sitting with a nanny who are being fucking abused by eating shit off the floor. God, I feel so bad for his kids or something. Like those types of comments? Are those the empaths that you're quoting?
My actual fans that care about me. That sounds like concern trolling.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, yeah, okay, dude. All you gotta do is just say a sentence, and then she'll just be like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty true. I'd say that's true. That's pretty true and true. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true. Yeah, that's pretty true."
Do you think my real fans would be concerned if they thought I was on drugs?
I guess that's up to the individual person, because I think that
it depends on the fan, really. The Sargonian argument.
I wonder if someone became concerned, would they get pushed out of your community?
Yeah. If your audience thinks that Ethan's on drugs, the only option then is to then join a dedicated hate community. Do you think that this is like a fucking like a one or the other type thing? Do you think that people are fucking normal if they immediately go from being diehard supporters of a content creator to instantly jumping to the literal like hate capital of that person's sub community? Do you think that that's like normal? Like, oh, I was a really big Nick DeOrio fan. I sent that guy tons of money. You know what I did immediately after that? I joined a group of people who absolutely fucking hate him. And now I go there and my entire personality is hating Nick DeOrio. Do you think that's like a normal like person with like a functioning brain? Or do you think that's like someone who should be mocked and ridiculed?
Would that happen?
I don't know. I mean, no, I don't think so.
They probably weren't pushed out. They're probably unhinged.
I don't believe so. I mean, there are people who get banned are people that are just being like inflammatory and mean-spirited and,
I think that people think that when they do stuff like that, the response is like, oh no, I really let a good one get away. Meanwhile, the actual response is like, yeah, I knew you were one of those fucking pieces of shit. Yeah, I got you good. Later. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
A lot of kinds of people. Well, anyway.
You don't want people like that in your community because they'll do that to other people and they'll damage your reputation.
Listen, let's move on to another topic. I feel like we've kind of discussed that one through. This one really struck me, and I'll play it, and then you can respond to it. Here is this clip here. This one felt like very it kind of blew me away, frankly, just to be totally honest.
Dude, only the strongest will survive.
Implying that Ethan and Hila are pedophiles because Ethan made...
Oh, please, please. We're finally entering this conversation, dude.
Wait, frankly, just to be totally honest.
Implying that Ethan and Hila are pedophiles because Ethan made... jokes about pedophiles, and Hila has a...
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see how harassing this is. Oh, fuck. Damn it. That meme just cost me the run, dude. I placed 4th. Holy fuck, dude. Did Marge join the Klein? What the fuck? Sorry.
Are pedophiles because Ethan made jokes about pedophiles, and Hila has a hoodie with Care Bears is so gross. Which I hopefully did not fully imply that because... Yeah, no.
I hope I didn't fully imply that Ethan and his wife are like disgusting child molesting pedophiles. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Ethan has to say for this one.
Even in a hit piece like this, have you no shame? Do you not care about the impact your words on people's life? I can't believe anyone can stoop to such lows.
Actually, I prefer to even show you the original clip. That was your kind of explaining it. Hold on one sec as I pull that.
Her implication were that like she was going to be showcasing death threats here, right? And then it was just a bunch of like critical comments and a couple of choice bad ones.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull the original clip so we can watch that. That would be more instructive, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I definitely, I feel like I did not go about this the right way at all. If you can see my original script, I was going to say something completely different and, didn't opted to not say that.
Oops, sorry. I found...
No! You don't get to do this! You don't get to script a video, upload a video, defend the video, stream about it, fucking argue the point, go on a fucking live show and then go, yeah, I don't think I went about this the wrong way. The right way, I guess. There are so many levels of checks and balances that you could have done before you had to physically talk to them on their show to start conceding any arguments.
By the way.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I did like write something down specifically for this because I'm very worried about, not saying... I don't know, misspeaking, because yeah, I feel bad about, I don't know, shitting on someone's clothing brand in the wrong way, but
you can shit on my clothing brand.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, this woman is actually retarded. This is a retarded person. This person is insane.
I don't like being insinuated that I'm a pedophile or that I think babies are terrorists.
This is a crazy clip.
I don't know, shitting on someone's clothing brand in the wrong way, but
you can shit on my clothing brand. I don't like being insinuated.
I wrote down a statement because I don't like shitting on someone's clothing. She did not understand the assignment, chat. She has no fucking idea.
That I'm a pedophile or that I think babies are terrorists.
Or yeah, in that way.
Like that, I mean, that's like a whole different league.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so the pedo thing too, yeah.
League of insult, right? But anyway, let's watch this part because this part really kind of rattled me a bit.
What could happen at any moment? Hila decided to call the brand Teddy Fresh because Ethan and Hila loved the name Theodore or Teddy. Theodore happens to be the name of their first...
That so much harder. Big content strategy problem.
It happens to be the name.
Maximize your money, all right?
CWHM, Vanilla Mace, QT have a new podcast called Philp Floppers.
Dude, I have watched...
Where they apologize for the past week's event.
Wait, really? Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I have watched white nationalists make better Pizzagate arguments than she has provided here to prove that Ethan and Hila are pedophiles. I have seen more convincing arguments of Pizzagate by racist white nationals than she was able to put forward here.
Son. Teddy is the nickname they have for each other. Following the launch of Teddy Fresh's first collection in October of 2017, the brand almost immediately saw massive success. Much of its apparel would sell
Nicholas DeOrio?
out shortly after dropping, and the line reflects Hila's own personal style. While in the past I would certainly commend Hila for having a very creative style.
Dude, this is the woke equivalent of when people pull up brands of like clothing companies or politicians or streamers, and they go, have you seen this squiggle? This is on the FBI's pedophile list. What's happening here are these people are pedophiles. They all molest children. And they're using this sign to identify each other so people know this is a pedophile-friendly brand. This is the woke equivalent of that.
Style. Often some of the outfit ensembles that Hila chooses feels very childlike, with also Teddy Fresh having a little teddy bear as a logo. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting.
You think that's a teddy bear? The FBI calls it the boy lover logo.
So, can you explain to me what's interesting about? By the way, yeah, what's interesting about that?
Dude, that's the average white nationalist takedown of something.
Yeah. So, essentially, what I was trying to say.
You know what I'm talking about? The fucking squiggle, where like, if you can see here on Barack Obama's lapel or something like.
Okay, which yeah, I kind of wrote it down as to make sure that I don't know, because I feel like I didn't go about that the right way and how I should have described it in depth. Again, I kind of had something different that I was going to say in my script.
What was it? Do you want to say it?
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
What it is you meant to say? Or you don't have to.
She just keeps like, oh yeah, I learned about this. I'm not going to do this anymore. What is this? I will not elaborate, but I will not do it anymore.
I recommend watching Nicholas.
I can't tell you what this is or what dude, this is like Taken, but for like millennials. I will not tell you what I said or what I will do, and I will not tell you how I will do it. But I promise you, I might find you, and if I do, I will lie about you on the internet.
I don't know. Yeah. No, because again, I edited it out and didn't say it because I didn't think I should. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So I essentially, sorry, I can also hear myself echoing.
Wait, you have had an echo problem for 30 minutes and you still haven't fixed it? You opened up by saying my headset is echoing, and you just have not even attempted to fix it. There is nothing between those fucking pads. There's nothing there.
But I can see how my statement could be, taking things too far in online commentary, especially if you do feel like a propensity of online snarkers who are sort of, taking things to the extreme and, calling you pedophiles and, kind of.
You are implying this in your video.
Well,
going after your
Do
family.
you think that it's a stretch to watch that and say, like, to assume you're saying something about us being pedophiles or groomers or something?
So let me explain sort of the context of what I was meaning.
No! Do you think that the layman who walks up to your video would think that you're calling Hila or Ethan a pedophile? There is only one answer to this question. It's not, let me explain it. Let me tell you my mindset. Do you think if Joe Schmo off the side of the fucking road pulled up your video and went, are you saying that this guy is a pedophile? Do you think that he would come to that conclusion?
To say, and so, I think that, so essentially, looking into the research,
fuck you, fuck your research. I'm not even convinced you fucking wrote this, okay? Answer the question.
Spoke about, sort of the inspiration of the clothing company.
The inspiration, Martin Luther King told me in a dream to call them pedophiles!
Being inspired by a lack of sort of colorful clothing for adults on the market, and there being, and inspired off of kind of the children's clothing that was colorful and sort of fun and playful. Again, I have plushies in, you know, that offer me comfort in my
Right. That
video
doesn't make
set.
you a pedophile,
You know, I love,
obviously, right?
yeah, I love, you know, and I think anyone who likes the same should, you know, go for it, you know, find things that bring them joy and make them happy. And that's why I said, you know, in the past, I would commend Hila for her innovative style.
In the past, but now she runs illegal raids.
For the way that she, you know,
she illegally completed Vault of Glass, running illegal weapons in the Vault of Glass.
You know, an innovative thing. The thing that sort of that I said sort of, and the word that I said is you know, sort of I felt like kind of undermined that wholesomeness of the brand was seeing, you know, your past Reddit accounts, seeing the sort of jokes that you would continually make about pedophilia, seeing all of that, and your closeness with the brand. I was kind of
your closeness with the brand. Guys, listen, clouds are when pedophile. Okay. Clouds are when you become pedophile.
Like essentially, you know, that association. You know,
do I make a lot of jokes about
sort of
pedophilia? I mean, I acknowledge I had that old account that's like 15 years old and stuff. But do I make jokes about pedophilia? I don't think so. That's not like a frequent topic. I mean, I talk about Michael Jackson. That's true. Michael Jackson, you know, I make Michael Jackson jokes.
How are the two related? Because you're saying in the past you would commend my stuff.
Is like Eminem a joke? Is Eminem a pedophile for making jokes about Michael Jackson being a pedophile? Like there is one song from Eminem that leaked recently where he was rapping from the perspective of Michael Jackson, who was a pedophile. And most people said, like, I know why this didn't come out, but it is funny. No one went, oh, somebody needs to get those kids out of Eminem's house. I don't care if they're 30, get them out of there.
I did have more examples in the script itself, in my opinion.
I'm just looking at the video.
Dude, he had a YMS moment.
Yeah,
and then this one actually,
on page 8.
This one I can't say that I.
Dude, this is the iconic space blanket from fucking what's it called? The one on the right is literally just the guy from fucking Better Call Saul.
Stand at all.
What's the problem with the silver dress? What?
I think that it was.
Dude,
just,
it's childish because shiny.
Seen as funny.
But you know,
little silver riding hood. That's why.
You like to make fun of me? Just because I'm ugly? Like, what kind of funny?
Oh my god!
You should look at the comments on Snark where this is found from, and see like.
Dude, she has no idea what she put in her video, and she's just getting dog walked.
Kind of jokes that you're tapping into.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I will. But yeah, no, I mean, back to the point, again, it's, you know, essentially taking something. I mean, again, a lot of people have things that are sort of inspired off of.
Did you guys know that Teddy Roosevelt was a pedophile? I mean, his name was Theodore, right? But he kept referring to himself, and people would refer to him all the time as Teddy. It's super fucked up. That guy was obviously into children. Dude, why would a grown man refer to himself as Teddy?
You know, children's aspects that bring them joy.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now a good example is like all the surprise boxes, you know, that are sort of, you know,
yeah, they're not all pedophiles.
The Labubu's in the back of Dan's set. But I think that no, but I think that again, like I said, it's you know, as I was researching for this video and seeing just like, you know, some of Ethan's past content, it was like, okay, you know, Ethan's very involved in Teddy Fresh and often, you know, promotes the brand. And so again, like I said, it just sort of...
What do you think? He's like Jared Fogle? He's like, yeah, I love Teddy Fresh. He goes to all the Zoomies for all the SpongeBob releases. Like, what's the implication here?
You're talking specifically about comments made 15 years ago,
You
right?
just said this picture is funny.
What is happening?
I'm wondering what was
also true.
Funny.
It's true. Dude, it's so funny because
you didn't say in this video that the problem became Ethan's Reddit account. That's not what was said here. You said you have problem with how I dress.
Again, the whole segment is about Teddy Fresh, but it's like, and now if we consider the Reddit account, maybe these people like molest children. Obviously, the implication, not directly being stated.
You just said now that this is funny.
More in depth.
Is it just making fun of the dress she's wearing?
I think that the photo was added in because it was seen as funny. And
what
the
do you
person that
think?
edited it.
I'm asking you, what do you
What
think?
do you think about your own video? Please just tell me. Please tell me what you think about the video that you're not taking down, that you obviously still fucking support because all these pieces are still here.
But you're asking
Do you
what
think
I
this
think.
picture,
Yeah, what's funny
what
about
I'm
it?
wearing is funny? Do you think I'm dressed like a pedophile? I don't understand. What is your point?
Yeah, I think that I think that if you're asking me what
Dude, she's fucking going haywire right now. The programming is failing.
I think that
the animals are
if you're
leaving
asking
us.
me what my specific
Holy shit! Can
It's funny. Do you think I'm dressed like a pedophile? I don't understand. What is your point?
Yeah, I think that I think that if you're asking me what my specific viewpoint is on that particular outfit, do I think it's like really trendy right now? No, I don't think it's really trendy right now.
Okay.
Do I think
It's not
like,
trendy?
So the point is that I'm
Dude, guys, listen, pedophiles are not known for their fashion sense.
out of trend. That would be a different video.
That's
Sure, you
like-
can make that video that I'm not trending.
I don't know.
enough.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Sure.
So this is another, your editor kind of sneaking one in on
Dude,
you
your
again.
editor's just like, yeah, dude, your editor stealthed you with these pedo accusations. They probably, they stealthed it into your script too.
it's a bit of a straw man, but if you want to talk about that,
this picture from you 4 years ago is kind of it's kind of not trendy now, and also yeah, you're kind of straw manning my appeal to authority here, so I'm gonna have to ask you to stop defaming me.
particular photo, yeah, we can go
Wait,
in
what?
depth
Sorry,
about
what's a straw man?
that outfit. The photo itself.
The photo.
The photo
is-
from your video is a straw man. Stop straw manning me by talking about the thing that I put in my video.
in your video. How is that a straw man?
I mean, yeah, no, but if we want to debate the
It's a fucking non sequitur. I'm sorry, you can't talk about that, Ethan. Next point.
specifics of that photo itself, we can talk about that, But if we
I
want
thought you were here to debate me. Why you don't want to debate me? You just want to be talking about photographs? Why are we talking about photographs? We could be debating.
to talk about the sentiment that I discussed and, why I meant that and why I think I should.
Yeah, people think this supplementary photo might have something to do with why you said something in your video. That's a video essay and it's 3 hours long. Oh, fuck me, dude. This is not possible. This is like when Keepstar... Dude, Keepstar is like, this is not the Drama Alert account. This is the Twitter account that we call the Drama Alert account. It's not the same thing as my thing. You can't take these two things as like being the same. This is just my video. You can't look at the visuals on the video. I didn't make the visuals. I made the audio. I wrote the script. So you can only talk to me about what you're hearing, okay? Any visuals, that's actually not canon to the anime, all right? Dude, the visuals are filler. Please only talk about the words that came out of my mouth.
Should have expanded more on that, so it wasn't, taken out of context. We can discuss that as well.
These are the looks, by the way, you included in your research too.
Yeah, I'm friends with Taylor Lorenz, who told me don't believe your eyes, so you can't look at my visuals and come to any conclusions.
Say that her clothing is childlike and quote unquote interesting. So, like, I mean,
yeah, I would
the
say
blue
that is
face
childlike
one?
and interesting.
The blue face is my artistic.
Dude, yeah, pedophile is when blue. Yeah, dude, pedophiles love that color, dude. It's because it's baby blue. Oh wait, is that why? Is that why that's in there? Because the color is baby blue?
Impression and how I interpreted famous art that I was inspired by. The other ones are Y2K inspired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I would commend that for being fashion forward and everything.
Okay.
Like I said, Ethan's past comments, simply, in my opinion, sort of.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, when the snarkers hear this song and then they're like, oh, pedophilia, wait.
And again, I would commend.
Are Y2K.
Dude, this is what they think pedophilia is, dude.
Inspired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I would commend that for.
What? What? All right, is that really Stardust? Stardust just messaged me saying Drew Pavlou is being raped right now. Please check DMs. Please help me. I am being raped as we speak. Well, he asked for help, and there's only one thing I can do in his time of need. Help is on the way, Drew! Help is on the way! Dude, what the fuck is this tweet, Stardust? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry.
Being fashion forward and everything.
Okay.
Like I said, you know, Ethan's past comments simply,
I imagine he's joking, right?
in my opinion, sort of undermined the
Just to be clear, we're
wholesomeness.
talking about 15-year-old accounts posted from an account with the name troll in the name.
Yeah, and
Just
you know,
to be clear, so that's
Oh no, dude. All right, so now she's successfully now. I think it's kind of crazy that they're letting her off here without addressing or explaining anything related to the pedo comments. I feel like she's gotten in like the like she's kind of getting away on this one.
There's been some other consistent jokes.
Because she's gonna sit here and grandstand. It's an optical nightmare to argue pedo troll at all. Because people are just gonna be like intentionally obtuse about it.
ruins the current day, that makes you suspicious of us in current day. Is the just to be clear? Is there other ones, or is it just the 15-year-old Reddit account?
I mean, again, there's been some other consistent jokes. I mean, if you want me to like create a document and send it over, compiling,
Well, you already did a 3-hour
as many
video
recent
about
jokes.
it.
You know, but yeah, but like I said, you know, I agree. I should have expanded.
And again, remember her position was like, you know, this stuff needs to come up again or whatever, especially and hold people accountable, especially those who say slurs. That was a quote from her, either her video or her stream. I forgot what one, for which one or whatever. But one of them was like, it's important to talk about people who have a past saying slurs. You remember that? Is she holding Hassan and like the bro tip stuff, old enough to count, old enough to mount? They're probably from a similar timeline, right? Is she talking about that? Is she going to engage with like the fact that Hassan was clipped saying the N-word around that time, right? Like while Ethan Klein is operating pedo troll, it's a time on the internet where a lot of the people that you'd probably be fond of or say positive things about were also saying things that would be deplorable by today's standard. Are we being uniform about that, or are we just holding Ethan accountable for it?
On that, if you want.
Yeah, all this. Yeah, that's ignoring IDubbbz. Well, IDubbbz isn't really super relevant, except for like that part of the video, whereas Hassan is kind of like the main antithesis to Ethan. But yeah, IDubbbz obviously is another example, right?
Me to expand on it.
No, it's okay.
Can.
I just, you know, what's interesting is after this part, I'll let it play a little bit further. What you say is interesting
a
afterwards.
Little teddy bear as a logo. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting.
Oh, good. We're going back now. Nice.
Wow.
Oh, I noticed you cut out the part where you said it reminds you of when you used to get groomed in high school.
That I think that was at the end of the video, but we can watch that one too.
No, I remember it. What?
Yeah, I remember that briefly you were talking about your, like, you fucking equated our brand to you getting groomed while you were a kid. Can we please kind of navigate through that?
Oh, no. Wait, what? Wasn't it after that?
Yeah, no, Ethan, you don't understand. She insinuated you guys are pedos twice. No, yeah, I understand that you thought this is probably like a one-time fuck-up, but no, this was a segment that was so important. It happened twice in the video.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's the other pedo insinuation, Ethan. Oh no, he doesn't know.
My bad. It sounds like I've got that wrong. So wait, where's that one?
Can we get the clip where you compared us to the kids who were trying to groom you in high school, or the adults, I guess?
Have it. I apologize. I'm totally wrong on that one.
Yeah, dude, she unintentionally, this was a mistake that she made when she put it in her video twice, scripted, recorded it, edited it, uploaded it, defended it, and came on a stream and argued it.
Here it is.
That being said, Ethan accuses
it was a huge, unfortunate mistake. I cannot believe this made it past all of those checks and balances.
a lot of people of being.
Let me just go back to give
and remember, folks.
Oh, this is about the Reddit
Ethan
account where you
accuses a lot of people of being pedophiles and makes a lot of jokes about
this one. I'd like to say really quick.
No. Yeah, Ethan's like, oh, this is about the Reddit account. And then all of a sudden it's like, Hila dresses like a child. And it's like, oh no, she's crazy. Oh, she's fucking insane.
I don't think I should have included Hila's clothing in this. I think that was total, I think I should have just focused on.
You think, you fucking stupid asshole? Oh, wow. Now, yeah. You had to literally be confronted on this in person to go back on it, you fucking asshole. You get zero fucking credit for this. Absolutely none. If anything, I think your spine is just weakened.
And, you know, your commentary, I agree on that one.
Okay, well, it's in the
why did it take this fucking long for you to concede on it then?
video. I'll just play it. But I'm glad
No,
that
I do want to say thank you because this has been ongoing for so long and people come after this small business. I employ good people here in LA. This is just a small business.
I mean, there's people in her employees' Instagram saying, "Why do you work for a pedophile?"
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, that's bananas,
heavy
right?
and very serious.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, why are you saying that to a person who's got people in their DMs saying that they're very disappointed with her? All right, listen, okay. You're going to come out here and argue that they're saying that they're attacking your employees and saying that they work for pedophiles. Fine, whatever. But you then have to acknowledge that people are giving constructive criticism under her video. And like 2 or 3 bad comments, but like mostly telling them that they're unsubscribing. And that's obviously a form of financial abuse, according to some YouTubers.
I think to just play
this
around
stuff
with
has like affected our lives a lot. Sorry to cut you off, Hila.
No, it's
I
fine.
apologize. Go ahead.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, for my own, you know, personal context too, though, I mean, again, talk about adding bias and everything, you know, not just in terms of, you know, that sort of lighthearted joke that I was not lighthearted joke, but I was talking about, you know, I would growing up being like friends with
Wait, your lighthearted joke of people trying to molest you? Like, wait, why are you here? Why are you having this conversation? Did they wear clouds too? Did they dye themselves blue?
You know, different men, and they would sort of make sexual jokes, and then, you know, eventually I realized they weren't jokes.
Dude, the blue cloud people.
At all. I also was.
That would insinuate I want to fuck kids. That's like that's the direct logic from that statement. In fact, let me just play it before we talk about it.
And makes a lot of jokes about Hila dresses kind of childlike.
Dude, clouds and rainbows. Ethan Klein must have married this adult woman because he's infatuated with children.
With a little teddy bear for her fashion brand. I find all of that interesting. It reminds me of when I was really young and naive and had people who I thought were guy friends that would make a lot of sexual.
Dude, the Blue Man Group was like chasing her down the street. This is insane.
Towards me.
And yeah, if you trauma dump in a video like this, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you. I don't care about the context. Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of you. You have decided to invoke your actual personal childhood trauma next to someone dressing in clouds.
And then they would
fuck you.
Kind of
and fuck your story.
Nudge me and say it's just a joke. We're just joking.
You're weaponizing your own a potential childhood abuse to insinuate someone else who has fucking 3 children is a child molester.
Towards me, and then they would kind of nudge me and say it's just a joke, we're just joking around, and then I would always be shocked and disappointed when some time would
too far. I understand if you think that's too far. This whole fucking thing is too far, okay? This is an insane thing to put in your video.
Pass, and they would try to make a pass at me. Over time, when I became less naive, I realized that those jokes weren't really jokes at all, that they actually meant what they said the entire time. Ethan's old account has
just so you know, there's been 0 accusations against me for anything.
Well, you haven't considered the cloud policy.
And talking inappropriately to fans and of any age, anywhere. I don't have a...
Did you move closer to San Francisco because of the fog?
I don't have a Snapchat. I don't talk. I don't engage fans in DMs. So
if
the
anything...
insinuation, and again, I want you to look at it from my perspective, right?
Yeah.
The insinuation that I'm grooming people, children, is not okay. It's just not. It's so destructive. It is so mean-spirited. It is so, and
yeah, this is not a light criticism. It's not even a criticism. It's literal slander. So I'm sorry. I don't think a sad story is going to get you out of this one. And listen, other people won't say it. I'm happy to, you know? I'm happy to bite that bullet. These people think I'm a monster already. I'll call you on it. Any fucking day of the week.
By the way, it's completely without basis.
If anything, if I can add, you bring up again here that I dress childlike. Where do I dress childlike?
Me, Hila, have 2-year age difference, by the way.
Again, I did say I don't think I should have added that clip in that part because I was focusing on
and then
Ethan and stuff. And I
then
think
the
it was
other thing, if I can also add, is
hey Billy, what's going on?
That you say that basically like you've had your own experience. And I have too.
So,
I have too. And Ethan knows
sorry.
Ethan knows stuff, and we are both very sensitive to this stuff, and that's why we always speak up for victims. We're always on the side of victims. We always put other creators that have done bad stuff on blast. We don't let anybody like push their stuff under the rug. When things come up, we talk about it. So I don't understand, why would you want to come after somebody like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not going to sit here and tell me after an entire video built out of malice with a fucking pedo allegation that's attached to a traumatic fucking story that I need to take this and think about it any more delicately, I guess, than any other part of the video. Everybody else agrees that the majority of this thing is like a bad faith hit piece. So I'm sorry, yeah, if you attach a personal element to it, I'm not sympathetic. I am simply not. I think that you're a fraud in every other version of this, every other segment of this video.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was, 16, I was born in Orange County, got, essentially recruited into a modeling agency and kind of part of the industry. And,
ooh, that's gross.
There was a few
child modeling agencies, child pageants. It's just... Pageants are way worse, but there's just a lot of weird fucking people who engage in those spaces.
different photographers that, did some pretty fucked up shit, and a lot of times it began with jokes,
But that reminds me, reminds you of me?
I think that in general, my personal opinion is that...
like, what are you, 11 from fucking Stranger Things? You remember the clouds in the cloud room? Like, when you see Gila Klein... You remember like the hot, like what is happening right now?
From my experience, jokes can sometimes not be jokes at all.
Just to be clear, we're talking about 15-year-old Reddit account with troll in the title.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I don't know you as a person. This is me like, covering situations and just seeing a lot of jokes
you actually
being made.
glazed up Hassan pretty hard. I mean, at one point, even way more recently than me, he has videos saying he always knew
all right, Ethan came prepared for this.
Hannah Montana was a little slut, and he says if old enough to count, old enough to mount. Hassan said that like 6 years after my Reddit account was inactive.
Yeah, and if he said that...
No, but you don't understand. He's a himbo or something, whatever that means. That's his brand is like himbo American or something. Right?
I think that's pretty fucked up,
So I expect should I expect a video about how he's a pedophile?
But much like the drug thing, like you have a personal experience with a drug addict,
And the funny thing is, if Ethan went around and goes, "Oh, I wonder if Hassan is into kids," people would check him on that and go, "Yeah, no, I don't think that's what that is."
Serious that stuff is. I don't know, why would you want to participate in like wrongfully accusing somebody based on nothing of being a drug addict? Same thing with this. As a victim, why would you want to throw around accusations and make all victims not count? You know how many douchebags there are out there that don't believe victims, right? And they like to say that the victims...
I mean, you're seeing a pattern here, right? I hate to be the one who points it out. My friend is a meth addict. My husband is in the war. I was approached as a child and people treated me poorly. And I would potentially try to be... Like, we're talking so much about her backstory here, and we're not talking about the video of defaming material.
...are lying. Why would you participate in that? Because what you're doing right now is throwing an accusation based on nothing, and you're making everybody else look like a fool.
By the way, I feel like I've sacrificed a lot to stand up for victims on the show, too.
And we personally lost friends in this industry that accusations came up against them, and, we're no longer friends with them.
I think that's why a lot of people felt a little bit disappointed, like
by
you
my
can't say that they're
15-year-old
wrong.
Reddit account with troll in the title.
Guys, even the people interacting with the account knew that the person was trolling. More times, like we looked at this. It obviously got struck off of YouTube, but you could find the VOD in some highly edited version that managed to stay up on 3rd channel. But
yeah,
okay. I just want to make clear that that's what.
Like the Redditors were upvoting these comments.
We're talking
in some cases
about not something more recent.
Other clips as well.
Do you remember what you were doing 15 years ago?
I was 10 years old.
You were how old?
I was 10 years old, 11 years old.
Oh, well, you were probably playing with kid toys. Pedophile. I'm just kidding. Sorry. that was deeply on.
You probably wore a lot of hoodies with fucking clouds on it.
Unprofessional. I apologize.
But yeah, no, I think, what was I going to say? I think, there's other, things that I can say as well that at least, again.
Yeah, according to Denim, she doesn't even remember those days. Dude, Denim's read a report 6 years ago. It says children they don't even have memories until they're like 25 years old.
I don't.
Do you think Hassan is a pedophile?
Do you think that it's interesting? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, pedo mo. Dude, do you think that Hassan is a wink, wink, nudge, nudge?
Now that I've told you.
Thank you. Thank you for reading the goal. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's muted. I bet the chat's happy about that, but I don't know why it's muted. Thank you for hitting the goal.
In context, but
we can show you the clips. They're very famous. I don't know how you have.
I can show it. Yeah. Hold on one sec. I'll show you. One sec here. Give me a moment.
Dude, I would be a fucking monster. I literally could not have this conversation with her. I would just start asking, can you tell me which one does this sound like? Just to be clear, like, does this guy remind you of any pedos that you know? I would just be a monster. I acknowledge that I shouldn't talk to this person.
Here.
I would be far too angry.
Rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Bang. Don Oreo.
Thank you.
She's still not putting the fries in the bag. How? Why?
Because it pays to be this much of a piece of shit.
Self out. Come back again.
Thank you.
Monkeypox?
Oh shit! That was a fucking flamenco.
Did your girlfriend use a strap-on and give you monkeypox?
Jesus.
No. What? I heard you're into some BDSM shit, so I'm just wondering if that's how you got it. Why are you still here?
She came on and she wasn't prepared. But Ethan and Gila can easily be chewing her out, but I'm glad they're being civil.
No,
so
they're
the
far
snark
nicer
can't
than
really
me.
Use it as ammo against them.
They are far nicer than me.
Just as a reminder, this is about 6 years after my Reddit account was expired, right?
And
after it was inactive.
And Miley was around 18 years old.
Well, but Hannah Montana was a girl.
Sure, yeah.
A little girl.
Even worse, yeah.
So he said he uses the character name. Anyway, here it is.
We discussed the legendary question of all time: old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark. I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it. Look, this is a class.
I mean, is this a pedophile trying to groom people?
I think in general, I mean, I don't fuck with the camel toe jokes. I don't think.
The problem there is the camel toe. Dude, this is a fucking moron. This person is a fucking moron. Yeah, the real issue there is the camel toe. That's why we're watching the clip. I don't know. How do you wipe? I said this last stream, and I think it's accurate. How the fuck do you wipe?
I think that's cool.
What about the pedophile jokes?
Yeah, like, you just do not want to engage. You're either too stupid to navigate it, or you have no interest engaging here.
Yeah, I mean, how old was she at the
well,
time?
Hannah Montana.
Dude, how old was she?
No, how old would she have been in the show?
How old was Hannah? She was like 14 in the show.
And the joke is old enough to mount, old enough to count.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
Other way.
Or no, he says he always knew she was a little slut.
Yeah.
About a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You said jokes aren't just jokes, right? So I mean, Hassan
This woman is an airhead. I agree, Billy Mitchell. I agree.
is a grooming pedophile.
Again, that's not cool at all.
Yeah.
Again, my main criticism
I don't think
of
he's
you
a
was the
pedophile for the
propensity.
record.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Again,
those were
my main
uncouth
criticism
jokes
of you
made
was
a
the
while ago.
propensity of jokes that were used. You know,
Is this really
again, my personal experience is that a lot of the people that would end up, sexually assaulting me when I was underage would, continually push those jokes onto me again and again and again and again.
You know what else they would do? They would drink water. Probably would eat dinner.
And I would write it off, you know, because I think my trauma response is fawn. And so I would continue to write it off and be like, oh, you know, they're just joking. That's all, you know. I guess I wanted to
Did they wear clouds too?
ask, you know, why did you
They loved clouds.
use those jokes?
They loved the color blue.
You know,
15, you know what?
so that-
15 years ago.
I'm sorry, I am not sitting here and going, oh no, oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear about this. We're calling people pedos, chat. I'm not fucking doing it. I didn't ask. That's it. I didn't ask.
Understand?
15 years ago when I had that Reddit account, I have no trouble admitting that I was extremely slow at maturing. Very immature, very dumb, very cringe, right? At the time, pedophile jokes were super popular on the internet for some reason. There was like the pedo bear joke, and just in general, people thought it was funny for some reason then. And at the time, these Reddit accounts, there was like these really popular novelty accounts, they would call them, with like a specific name that instructs their comments. So for example, I would write some obscene...
Dude, you know a Twitter gimmick account? They're gimmick accounts that would comment on Reddit posts. That's all it was, right? You have like the gimmick guy or whatever who'd come in and give you a Destiny quote in the Destiny 2 subreddit, right? He'd pop in there and he'd give you like a lore entry update, like that kind of thing. They're gimmick accounts.
Seen a comment, right? And then you would go, if you go even now in the archive, you'll see people being like, oh, I see your name, very funny. Like comments that I made have like, you know.
Someone just brought up Throbbing Horsecock, and it's like, Bo Blacks did have a fucking alt account just like this called Throbbing Horsecock. But on that account, Bo Blacks was making a lot of trans-positive tweets and talking about having sex with keffels.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Take a shot every time she says, again.
And
as a
talking
sentence
shit about his
starter.
friends. The reason why Bo Blacks is looked at differently here is because Bo Blacks went from making a bunch of comments that were like deemed, I guess, transphobic and stuff like that, or anti-pansexual for Tipster, right? To having an account where he was fawning over having sex with keffels. And then a couple of years later, we found out that Bo Blacks was non-binary, right? That's why that, and obviously he had issues with all of his fucking friends. So that's why that account is treated differently than Pedo Troll. There's nothing in current day to suggest that Ethan Klein is like a child molester.
No, they have like 60 upvotes and people laugh.
Do we though? Yeah, Bo Blacks was making like all these sexual comments talking about keffels and stuff.
Thing in the comments. So while I agree that those jokes were gross and immature and inappropriate for any time, you know, jokes that, by the way, I don't make today, right?
Nick, you should have known he was bisexual. His hair was long. Dude, that was the craziest one. My friends should have known, despite the fact that I only told Ryan Beard, because my hair was long, was a quote for the ages.
I admit that they are really gross and immature. But I also think, like, if you look at it, that it's clear that it's so clear that I'm kidding around and not actually being serious there. And frankly, if you look at that account, like 90% of it is me talking about StarCraft.
Well, pedophiles love StarCraft.
Okay.
Okay? What do you mean okay? Asshole, what do you mean okay?
But you know what a troll is someone who...
Did you even read the fucking Reddit post? Did you read any of them? Do you have any idea what you're talking about? What do you fucking mean, okay? She's hearing this information for the first time.
Someone who's trying to provoke you to a reaction through being insincere.
I honestly thought that trolls, to be honest, were like a thing of many years ago until the bad empanadas.
This fucking thing is... Does she think this Reddit account was like today's year old? This person is fucking brain dead. This is a brain dead individual. This is like, she's not operating with a full deck of cards. She is not the sharpest tool in the shed. She's a few cards short of a full deck. Is there any other way I can explain this to you?
Incident.
Dude,
like
she thinks that trolls have gone extinct.
Thing of many years ago until the bad empanada incident.
Yeah, you had an unfortunate run-in with one.
That's fucking hilarious, considering the fact that trolls, all right, are a thing of the past, so is pedo troll. Pedo troll is a thing of the past.
The greatest cave trolls there is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't.
But how does that even engage with what we're talking about here? With 15 fucking 10-year-old Reddit posts.
I think that was,
yeah, but I mean, like, just generally
still very
speaking, a
common.
troll is someone who's insincere, right? And just looking to get a rise out of you by saying whatever. So, I mean, that would imply, even in the name, a pedo troll would be someone who's...
That's how Jurassic Park started. They found the fossilized remains of the last troll. Dude, I thought trolling was something that people used to do during World War II. I didn't know that that was still a thing that was happening.
using pedophilia to troll people into getting upset while by being insincere. Like that's the meaning of the name.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
If the name was like Ethan Klein and just like, hey guys, this is me, Ethan Klein, like, you know, it's made with the clear intention of playing a character, a troll character.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar
Again, this
Orbiter?
is total.
Nick Oreo.
This is
Mr.
total
Oreo.
optics death, but it's true.
She literally sorted snark by best and saw pay_troll and thought it was within the last 6 months.
I could believe that, dude. I legitimately could fucking believe that.
Right, that's in the name.
I mean, yeah.
I don't stand by those comments though, and people are totally justified to point it out and say it's gross and cringe and stuff, but I don't.
By today's standards, it is gross.
I don't think that it's fair to say it implies anything other than that. Unless you're willing to go on record and say Hassan Piker is a pedophile groomer.
Look, nobody here would make jokes about fucking. I was gonna kind of curve this into the Bo Blacks thing, because like Bo Blacks literally yesterday or like 2 days ago was making jokes about fucking drugging kids on Twitter, and then obviously it became a huge fucking shitstorm.
Which I don't believe he is, for the record.
Sorry, also I just keep staring at like this stain on my couch and it's bugging me so much.
What, the white one?
I'm like, I didn't really... the empty one. And there's like a tiny stain there that's bugging me.
I love your chair, by the way. It's a beautiful green color.
Thank you.
And the throw blanket behind you is beautiful, too.
Thanks. Just didn't really catch that.
I didn't notice, but now I do. Everybody look at her stain.
It's going to be... I can't get it out of my head now.
Let's see here. There's all kinds of other stuff. I'll just go through it here one at a time.
First son. Teddy is the nickname they have for each
He's being so nice to her, which is so disarming. It's exactly the tactic that I would use to be malicious. I'm kidding.
other. Following the launch.
Oh, wait, sorry. We already looked at this one. My apologies. The Fupa Fun one was the kind of one that I hadn't heard in a while.
Helpful. So I was looking.
Yeah, you know why you hadn't heard it? Because it was debunked.
Into whether the Fupa Fund
By
was
me!
still in existence.
Let me go back a little bit
I've
here.
had very helpful friends.
Typically getting debunked in a 1 million view video would kind of do that to an argument, but I guess fuck it. Let's see what happens.
That have given me advice, but to have something like the Fupa Fund where you could go to and have assistance if you're a small creator, scared and have no idea what to do would be extremely helpful. So I was looking into whether the Fupa Fund was still
Every time she says I was looking into, I just start fucking laughing.
in existence. But the Fupa Fund dissolved and is no longer in use. A big reason for the Fupa Fund's dissolution is that the Kleins use the Fupa Fund for their own legal fees.
Dude,
as
yeah,
well as
dude, a huge key part of them using their own money that was raised for
Mr.
them
Oreo.
is actually that they used it.
several thousand
Thank you. I absolutely hate her.
dollars out of pocket to fight the legal battle against Matt Haas. While it is often the case that legal fees can add up and become
Even the H3 subreddits being nice towards her. Hey, listen, that's totally fine, okay? If you want an outlet where you could be as mean as possible, do it on my stream chat and not in her DMs or on her socials. You can come here and hate her as much as you want to. Okay, get it all out in my chat, and then just be nice everywhere else.
more than you'd ever initially expect.
We aren't. Hey, listen, I don't think that you are, but I'm saying this is an inclusive place to make fun of her for being stupid.
Well,
Nicholas
the
the
fact
Goat,
that the
thank you
Kleins
for the
closed
$5,
the
my
Fupa
man.
Fund after spending the money on their own legal fees, instead of keeping it open, maybe
You don't even have to tell your friends you came here for this. All right, you could pretend that you weren't. You could pretend that you were nice the whole time.
punishing the fund once they're able to, so that other creators could have
This
used
is a safe space to hate dumb people.
it. Well, that's a little disappointing. This move received criticism from many, like Keemstar, who suggested that the Kleins scammed their audience. This,
By the way,
in
you know,
turn, made
even Keemstar doesn't believe this.
Dude, Keemstar was like, yeah, they made millions of dollars off of the fucking video game.
this now.
Because it launched on a billion platforms that it didn't actually launch on.
No. Like, this is such an ancient accusation. Like, even Keemstar's walked off it. Like, no, it's been like fully debunked.
Into an enemy of Ethan Klein. In the end, Ethan,
I just put like some people are saying obviously debunked statements as kind of sentence enhancers. You know, it enhances my video by being
Nicholas
wrong.
DeOrio's latest video.
I guess.
Thank you.
What's disappointing about the fact? So, first of all, you know that the money was raised by Philip DeFranco for the express purpose, one singular purpose, right, of paying our legal fees. You know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you can see from, sorry, I'm pointing because this is where my research is, but you can see from the research that I got it from your wiki page. Right?
Yeah, except for the part that you didn't include the main one. I'm going to stress this right now because people on the H3 subreddit, they got the clip, but they got the wrong clip. Because I saw somebody say, well, in Nick's defense, he said it was kind of hard to find all the information. I think that it's hard in this current day not to find all the information. So she sourced in her document the first video and the last video, but there was a third video that was the middle video, right? So if you go to the H3 Productions YouTube channel right now, and you type in the little search bar, sued, right? To find the first video, you have to go through the "We're Still Being Sued" video that explains why the FUPA fund isn't being used anymore and how much their legal bills actually cost. The clip where he says that our legal bill for 1 month is $50,000 is actually directly before the "We're Being Sued" video that you needed to download for B-roll in your video. I do not think it is possible to miss the fact that there is a third video because it is literally between the "We're Being Sued," the ass blasts, "We're Still Being Sued," we won the lawsuit. The clip you're looking for is in this 7-minute video.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Okay.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Yep.
How can we have this conversation when there is a genocide happening in Sokovia and the Avengers are just making it worse than destroying shit?
Dude, yeah, God, come on. Pray for the Sokovians.
0, and then there's $54,000. I mean, I appreciate all the services they did, especially the $620 of photocopying.
Again, you have to intentionally, and it was mentioned in the wiki page, which she awkwardly kind of went past when she was streaming about it. You have to literally go out of your way to not include that.
Well, I don't care where you got it. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it. What's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just because there's a lot of oh, it's all from Snark or whatnot, but I was grabbing that from your wiki page. I do agree. Again, like I said, I should find 2 or 3 sources. Again, that's sort of my principal rule now.
What's disappointing about what happened?
Yeah, so from the clips that I had seen from your YouTube page and everything, it seemed like it was kind of sold as this sort of promise to not promise. I don't want to misspeak or anything.
The money was promised to the people, to the YouTube people 3,000 years ago. Okay.
I'm trying to, I don't know.
It's okay.
The FUPA fund was promised to society 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But a way to advocate for creators. I think, again, like I had sort of said, when I, first started, I got this random cease and desist from Russell Hartley.
Yeah, hey, look, this one thing isn't sourced by Snark. Well, that just tells me you're a shitty fucking writer because this one thing is still also wrong, It's like, hey, look, I sourced this from you, and somehow you still fucked it up. So you must just be bad at making videos. You must be a dumb person.
Talking about his, how to pick up women courses. And then, I got spammed with like 13 copyright claims on a video about a creator and, just different things like that. And
you're lucky she's not Canadian, or she'd be like, don't you know? Instead of, that'd be a whole lot worse, right? Imagine if she ended every sentence with, don't you know?
When that happens too, when you get spammed with like 13 not copyright claims, sorry.
DMCAs.
Like
a takedown?
Claims, not strikes. Sorry, I was making sure.
No one says that here. Well, in the stereotypes, they do.
Gotcha.
Because sometimes, you get those mixed up in your head, but I want to make sure it's not strike claims. Yeah. But yeah, so, and when that happens, essentially it was like, okay, either I try and, dispute all of these, and sometimes they can just say,
fuck, bro, I shot the wrong one.
Fuck you, and wait months until the very last day that they have to like let those go and release them, and then that's months without you receiving any revenue on the video. Yeah, obviously, this is my job.
It would have been great to have help with that, but why would? Because I got sued by some.
Wait, what would you do with that? Were you gonna just sue them?
A maniac.
Tweet on Nicholas
Why would that?
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Thank you.
Obligate me to pay for every other creator's legal fees.
With a DMCA, they have to sue you. That's what you're waiting for. Them to file, right? And then the claim gets lifted if they don't sue you. So you're saying that you did all this stuff without any money to defend yourself in a lawsuit. If the FUPA fund existed, it still would have led to you not being able to post this video or have this video come back up.
Again, you don't have to be the end all be all. Again, you guys kind of put yourselves as like the forefront. You
know why we did?
Because
does she know that they helped people with that money? That not all the money went to Ethan. That they did help, I think, 2 creators.
The Matt Haas situation.
But
does Ethan even mention that they helped creators?
We raised
F'd in the A about.
Do you understand the sequence of events? How everything happened?
I mean, he took down your video, right?
Yeah.
And
so Philip, at first I said, I don't want to ask you guys for money. This is my problem. Did you see that clip?
Dude, Philip DeFucker back at it again. I'm never gonna forget that I did a fucking speech in college on Phil DeFranco, bro. I'm so cooked. That's almost worse than getting the tattoo, is that I did a speech on the journalistic integrity of Philip DeFranco.
That's why Philip DeFranco made the GoFundMe and not me. So Philip DeFranco made it, raised 170,000. We got 150 after
a day.
Taxes or no, not taxes.
The cut.
After the platform took their cut, so we had 150,000, and we had some really shitty lawyers at the time who made us feel like that was
this
like
shitty lawyer is the video games attorney. Well, I think what he found out, and I don't know, I'm not saying the video games attorney has done this, but it is extremely common, and we found this out kind of with the Carl stuff, that when you go fund me your lawyers and stuff, and you're not, when they know you're not the one paying, they just bill you like crazy. They just bill the fuck out of you because it's not even your money. So they're like, oh, okay, people are like, oh, Notch paying for this? Oh, great. And they just bill the fuck out of you.
$1 billion, and a lawsuit would only cost a fraction of that. And we would have all this leftover money. And so we decided oh God, that sounds amazing. So with all this leftover money, we're going to use it to help as many people as we can. Interestingly, we did actually still spend a fair bit of that money helping people during the process.
Yeah, there it is. People still don't know that they literally did help people, and you could have checked on the Twitter account. I think it's still up.
That's great.
Yes. Thank you.
Great.
Yes. Thank you.
This is so awkward.
But essentially, we were under the impression that money.
Wait here.
God, that sounds amazing. So with all this leftover money, we're going to use it to help as many people as we can. Interestingly, we did actually still spend a fair bit of that money helping people during the process of.
That's great.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. But essentially, we were under the impression that money would last much further than it was. And you've seen when we show the first bill for like $50,000 that we had kind of like a rude awakening, like, oh shit, this is not the kind of money we thought it is.
We also, in the middle of all of it, went through a very stressful change of lawyers, because the first lawyers who told us to take the case on and made it seem like it would be an easy win, then decided to advise us to settle.
Yeah, they were.
And we were like, no, everybody already donated, that we need to fight.
Could you imagine if they're like, hey, we're doing this, we're fighting this fucking war, and then all of a sudden they're like, so we're settling. Everyone would have hated them.
This
is, by the way, Ryan Morrison, by the way, video game attorney.
And so the whole thing was very stressful, and but we pushed through the whole way through, because the whole idea was to win this, so it would create a a precedent.
Yeah.
For other people, for other creators.
Are you aware that
that is what happened in the end? I don't know if you
Are you aware that
are you aware of anything?
Is the single most impactful precedent in favor of critiquing commentary videos on YouTube? And it's actually published.
Yep. I think who that's mean. But yeah, I think sorry, I'm looking at the stain now even more. But yeah, no, I want to say I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure how much I dove into the judge's sentiments.
Mr. Oreo.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
In the video itself. And again, this is sort of a problem as well when it comes to my commentary.
Why are they circling the stain on her chair? This is diabolical.
That I want to...
Dan, whatever you're doing, it's fucked up.
You know, again, focus down on myself, working on my content and work on this, you know, because essentially sometimes I'd felt like I would go into these rabbit holes and no one cares about this, you know, I'm just rambling on about, you know, the judge's statements and, you know, but hearing also from, you know, from people who this is directly affected, you know, from, like you said, like this is...
I'm so sorry. What is this new bit? It sucks. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sick and tired of her breaking into some stupid song and dance about how this is a teachable, learnable moment while the video is still up on her fucking channel. That she's talking about this like we're in post hoc conversation going over what went wrong. It's still up. It's still on the channel. The offending video still exists in its like unedited form. Nothing has been solved here. We can't talk about this retrospectively because it is still an in progress event.
Your life, it's like, okay, I don't want to, you know, I think it would be better to go into as many details as possible at the expense of, you know, boring a few people, especially if it interests me, then, you know, essentially cutting things down and being like, this is irrelevant, it doesn't matter, you know, long paragraph reading off statements from a judge doesn't matter. So yeah, but in the research itself, I have statements.
What research?
The judge and everything.
But I guess my point is that in terms of like the best that $150,000 can do, there's probably not a better use for that money than what we ended up achieving through
but
defending
also
ourselves.
She's trying to make the argument that she wishes the FUPA fund was there to protect content creators. His argument is the fucking fair use ruling that the fucking community paid for has protected you more than you know. The entire time that you're fucking, what was it? I don't know, your fucking 26-year-old ass has been creating this fucking YouTube content. The majority of the time that you have spent on here has been directly benefiting from what that had accomplished, right? So yeah, there's no current fund set with millions of bottomless dollars for every lawsuit on YouTube. What there is a ruling that allows you to exist and make money and like finance your lifestyle on this site.
But the money was donated for. It was not donated so that we would help other people. That was just us.
That was, hey, we have extra money left over and our lawyer's an idiot and hasn't advised us that you don't have extra money. This is a bunch of people who had never been in lawsuits before, who did not know how much they cost, thinking that they could go above and beyond and help other people, even at their own detriment, because the money that they ended up giving other people, they had to put back into the lawsuit themselves.
Thinking we had so much money,
being
we could
do...
It was a very much
being
no good...
ambitious.
It was a very much no good deed goes unpunished type of thing, right?
It did come from...
Guys, I don't know if you know this, Ethan could have just ate the strike. Like most YouTubers in his position would have went, well, there's nothing I could do about it. Might as well just make a bunch of mean tweets about how much of an asshole this guy is, and then just eat the strike.
Good place of thinking, okay, we can do more than just fight our case. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. However, I just don't understand, where is your problem with this FUPA scenario?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, my question, it's disappointing in terms of like, is there a resource like that for new creators?
I'm sorry.
Why does this one guy need to lead it? How come? Why aren't you taking it upon yourself to create it?
But I feel like that's a little bit...
It's not like it's your job, but
like car crashes are disappointing. Like anything that happens is disappointing. Like I'm not sure. What do you mean it's disappointing?
I feel that in framing general, you just did there is a little dishonest. It feels like the obvious implication is that you're disappointed that I didn't replenish the FUPA.
It creates some kind of like an atmosphere that something was done wrong there. Like we either used money wrongfully.
Also, yes, Heel is 100% right. Also, it's placating to a misinformed opinion that was debunked 5 years ago. that she probably doesn't even know was debunked. If we're being honest here. If she's this fucking stupid, when she wrote that shit, she probably did think you scammed.
Or something like for the viewer of your video, they would be left wondering, okay, so the Kleins did something suspicious there with the money that was donated.
Right. Actually, and maybe I'm wrong. Let's just watch it again.
Cease and desist in the mail from
There's no reason to speculate on if they did something suspicious. You can just look it up. People are saying this. Well, those people are retarded. And so are you for platforming them unquestioned.
Russell Hartley, that I had no idea that were extremely FUPA fund where you could go to and have assistance if you're a small creator, scared and have no idea what to do would be extremely helpful. So I was looking into whether the FUPA fund was still in existence. But the FUPA fund dissolved and is no longer in use. A big reason for the FUPA fund's dissolution.
Dude, the FUPA fund dissolved when he went on Ozempic. I'm sorry. Dude, the FUPA dissolved the second the Ozempic hit his bloodstream.
Sorry, if you want. Is that the Kleins use the FUPA fund for their own legal fees, as well as several thousand.
The way you go, like, one of the main.
That's what they when they say that they miss when Ethan was more unhealthy. It's not a critique of Ozempic. It's a critique of the FUPA fund.
Reasons. It's like that is the it's not one of the main reasons.
By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this. But the reason why people associate it, we're going back to like the pedo argument. People keep saying that plushies aren't pedophilic, but you understand that the guy, Robert J. Plushie, who created plushies, right? Created it specifically as an acronym where the P stands for pedophilia. So, I mean, I do think that you kind of need to concede that argument.
The reason why the money's not there, and also, which I think gets buried a little bit in your explanation, is the reason the money was raised in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, the P in Plushie stands for pedophilia. Robert J. Plushie told me so.
But yeah, I mean, again, the way that
yeah, he invented clouds.
You know, I feel like there's a million. To be honest, sometimes I feel like there's a million ways to interpret how someone says a sentence. So also, I feel like you know, there's
really no. Yeah, I hear many people are saying this. Dude, many people have been saying this. Dude, many people have been saying that there's lots of pedophiles on Reddit. Some of them might have even infiltrated r/leftovers H3. Many people are saying this. I
can, you know, moving forward,
Guys, stay safe out there. I hear that there are pedophiles on Reddit. I don't know where they are. I don't know how to identify them. Some say that they're using their love for stuffed animals in the color blue. Many people are saying this.
Be cautious. I've said all the ways that I'm going to try to, you know, take this in and do better, but also, you know, I can say something and someone can interpret it in the worst way possible, you know, at the same time. So, you know, I'm
you think that's what I'm
also
doing?
I don't think that's necessarily what you're doing here, but maybe a little bit. I mean, again,
let me hear this last part, because this is the part
out of pocket to fight the legal battle against Matt Haas. While it is often the case that legal fees can add up and become more than you'd ever initially expect, well, the fact that the Kleins closed the
By the way, if you're wondering what that was a reference to, this is not our first time in the rodeo. What is it? Who currently defends H3? A list. MAGA, Keemstar. Joey Salads wore a swastika in public. Asmongold, a fascist. Destiny, the Harvey Weinstein of streaming. Turkey Tom, Destiny Sweeper, admitted to being right-wing, believes in cultural Marxism, sides with Jordan Peterson. Nicholas DeOrio, ex-Destiny Sweeper, and ANCAP, who has mannerisms of a 4chan Kiwi Farms user. Daniel Silva, accidentally killed his best friend. I don't know who Daniel Silva is. What is McLaren? Willie Mac Show, bad faith and dishonest, to the point AB has told him off. Harley Morenstein, least problematic user who defends himself being friends with Nazi Sam Hyde. So I tweeted, there's a rumor that pedophiles are posting on r/leftovers as a way to network. Stay safe out there. Many people are saying this, okay? Look, I don't know any individual users. I'm not trying to insinuate the entire group is this. I'm just hearing that statistically, right? Statistically, with the amount of people posting there might be a pedophile or two operating in their midst. So stay safe, okay?
FUPA fund after spending the money on their own legal fees instead of keeping it open. Maybe.
By the way,
Nicholas the Goat.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
ANCAP? I'm an ANCAP? Does anybody here think I'm an ANCAP? That's anti-capitalist, right? Aren't the ANCAPs the people that Chud Logic debated asking, who think that like children should be strippers or something? Is that an anarchist? Or is that an anarchist capitalist? Who are the ones who think that children should have to work any job? Who are the ones that you wear caps? Yeah.
Replenishing the fund once they're able to, so that other creators could have used it. Well, that's a little disappointing.
So I mean, you're directly speaking to the fact that I used the money on my lawsuit and not helping other people as disappointing.
The big controversy is that Ethan used the money for the expressed reason it was found.
And you even say that I didn't replenish, that I don't invest my own money.
If I could,
he makes way too much money to not give it out to random fucking streamers.
Speak to how I meant to say it, you know?
Yeah, can you please? I don't know how you meant it after I watched your video, your rebuttal, your stream, please explain it again. How I read your script.
So I went to, you know, I was speaking to, as a creator, these were my experiences getting started. You know, I was excited to hear about the FUPA fund.
Dude, the FUPA fund. I was excited for the FUPA fund.
That sounds like a great resource for creators who are getting
the iconic FUPA fund
to, you know, content creation. Then, you know, looking into your wiki, you know, what it says there. It says that.
Why did you? It's a wiki. There's no E in wiki.
It says all of that information practically verbatim.
Well, the information's correct. It's the extrapolation that I felt was malicious.
Yeah, and so basically the way that I was attempting to say it is I felt disappointed because creators couldn't have a resource like that. Again, because is there a resource like that for people that are starting out?
By the way, I'm not associated with this website, just to be clear. I don't know what's written.
Well, yeah, you guys, so I can't take anything called FUPA seriously. Well, I went on Reddit and I was told that FUPA stands for the Fair Use, Protection, Annihilation of the Palestinian People. So that's what I was told, right? Fair use, protection, annihilation of the Palestinian people.
Here, just to be clear.
Yeah. Again, but like it's not a snark, you know.
I don't think it is. I actually don't know though.
Which, by the way, of course, I disavow. I disavow that. Wait, you're telling me it's Fair Use Protection Agency? Wait, what do you mean? I just saw it on Reddit. Many people are saying this. Many people are saying that that's what it's called. What are you talking? Listen, I didn't do anything wrong. I just said that many people are saying this.
Fair Use Protection Act, also known as FUPA Fund, was an escrow account created by Klein in 2016.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Fund is dissolved and no longer used. The goal of the account was to help other fellow content creators fund fair use legal lawsuits taken up against them. The account was placed in the trust of the law firm Morrison Lee. Users were directed.
Dude, you guys stop mocking my research. I will post several videos where I decided that where I used for B-roll during I will link you the Fortnite gameplay store in my creator code if it's required.
To contact the @FUPA for Freedom page for help. The FUPA fund was created after Ethan Miller received donations, $170,000, to help them fund their lawsuit against Matt Haas, and a GoFundMe page set up by Philip DeFranco. Yeah. So I mean, the way that it's described here is just a factual accounting of things, right? So like you referencing this is fine. It's again the extra interpretation you added, which I felt was malicious, right?
Do you think she knows how to tame a horse in Minecraft?
I mean, that's fair. Again, I just explained to you what my intention was.
Can somebody please, if anybody here is a masochist, can you please do a supercut of every time she concedes immediately? I just want to hear, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
With that is like...
So do you think...
If anybody here is a masochist or has software with AI that could cut this up, please.
Again, your intention was just that you're
It's the whole podcast. Listen, I didn't say it was an achievable goal. I just asked the ether to do it because God knows I'm not gonna.
Something like that doesn't exist today.
Yeah, for other creators, you know, like again, I remember.
Dude, it would be a 45-minute clip. Dude, Ethan would fucking DMCA that because you've taken too much of the podcast without having any input.
For feeling very lost. Oh my, like. Again, sorry, there's a little thing up here. I know
you'd have to cut so much of it. You'd be entered into the lawsuit.
That like now to essentially throw.
People are saying that Hassan Piker hates the Lumbee tribe. Well, I love the Lumbee tribe.
Cease and desist letters
Why did this woman agree to the... I have no fucking idea. I don't know why she agreed to stream. I have no idea what's happening inside her head. I think it's like total ego death mode, probably, if I had to guess. This is a level of confidence that has not been backed up with anything.
If I get them. But I remember that first, especially anti-MLM creators will receive a lot of cease and desist letters from these random MLM companies, trying to get them to stop making content about their, about their various companies and,
This is a video I made 9 years ago.
To be honest, I don't really think it's a bad thing if somebody sends you a cease and desist. If this is how you treated Ethan Klein, I'm worried about how you cover other subjects. Unironically, I think that people haven't been critical of you enough. I don't feel bad if any... obviously, I'm not defending MLMs, actual MLMs, but holy fuck, dude, the assumption is, right, when you are making these videos and people are sending you cease and desist, that's a bad thing, that they're abusing something, right? In this case, I mean, I don't think anybody would be looking at her and going, oh no, I can't believe people are saying this.
I think it's...
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying, it's not pro MLM to say that I think she is capable of defamation and slander. So I wouldn't necessarily trust her word over anyone else's, I guess.
Probably one of the most viewed videos on the topic. How to dispute a strike, DMCA process explained. It's on my main channel. So, I mean,
and those resources are great. I just meant having those, again, is there a legal resource like that for creators,
Okay, fair. So you didn't...
MLM is multi-level marketing. It's a real easy slam dunk topic for people who don't want to really... I mean, Illuminati was making these types of videos, so it's not really the most difficult video essay to take down. That's the thing. This is like a video that Blair would make and make badly. Which is funny because of her past controversies with Blair. I could see Blair doing this. This seems like a video. This is like Illuminati type bullshit.
To imply that. So I just want to ask again for the record. You do not think that there was any financial impropriety with the FUPA thing?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm...
Right.
How the fuck would I know?
Right.
Then why would you even include an insinuation like that if you wouldn't even know? How would you know? I don't know. Why don't you fucking Google it? Maybe you should go watch a couple more videos, Maybe you should potentially take a look at that one video you skipped over. How would I know? Fuck you. How would I know?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm...
Right.
How the fuck would I know?
How the fuck would I know? Oh my... Dude, her bio on YouTube is, and I shit you not, I love research. I'm not kidding. Her bio on her YouTube channel is... I love research.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm...
Right.
How the fuck would I know?
Right.
Fuck you.
Right.
Okay.
Even though it's... Okay, fair enough. So no, I mean, no. Okay. Great. We can move on to the next part there. Oh, God. The Goku...
Normally when they do this, let's move on to the next talking point. It's not immediately met with another Nicholas fucking DeOrio. Concession.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Your bio should be how the fuck would I know? Yeah, dude, here's a 3-hour video where I've learned less than I would have if I just looked it up on Google.